we've got a good matchup tonight. We're at the O-Dome at Merritt Island High School as the Merritt Island Mustangs take on their neighbors to the north, the Titusville Terriers. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. J.C. Meyerholtz with you here at SpaceCoastDaily.com. I'll hear from Zach Clark, my color commentator, in just a moment. And I want to let you know that we're in good hands tonight because executive producer Gavin Keith is here, and Gavin does a wonderful job whenever he joins us. Well, let's talk about these two teams briefly. We got a lot going on tonight. We got a rocket launch at about 7:30. It's senior night here at Merritt Island. And also we're going to have another special presentation that we'll get into in about 3 or 4 minutes or so. But Merritt Island comes in at 5-2. They had a They have a three-game winning streak that was snapped. Again, 27-20. O'Galley defeated Merritt Island on Monday night. In fact, both these teams are coming off of Monday night games, as Titusville defeated West Satellite 37-7 on the road. That snapped a two-game losing streak. Zach, some quick thoughts about tonight's game. Merritt Island the favorite, but Titusville 3-4, not too bad.
Yeah, we were in for a treat here tonight, JC, yep. And we got right over here. There's a dedication that is going on here at Merritt Island High School. Samir Patel lost his life a few months ago, and that the funeral service was broadcasted on Space Coast Daily TV at the Space Coast Convention Center. And right now they are going to present a check to the Merritt Island Athletic Program for the amount of $10,000 towards the school. And you know, Samir Patel was a very influential person in the community. He was a former Merritt Island Mustang, and I believe he graduated in 2002. And one of the great things about being able to recognize that is the family is here from India here tonight, and they the first 250 people in tonight's game that came through the gates got in here free thanks to the Patel family who paid for the admission for the first 250 people. So
that is truly wonderful.
We're going to pause here for our national anthem.
Please rise and join Merritt Island Marching Mustangs in tonight's national anthem.
Great job there by the Merritt Island Band and the national anthem, and we thank them for doing that. So what you're going to see over here, over to the right side of the field, is going to be the check presentation here by the Patel family. Members of the family here made a special trip here for this game, for this check presentation from India, to be able to thank the Merritt Island community and in recognition and in honor of Samir Patel, who lost his life a couple months ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's game, we would like to take a moment to honor and remember a cherished member out of our Merritt Island High School community, Samir Patel. Samir was not only an exceptional Mustang during his time here, but also a devoted leader in our community, constantly working to bring people together and uplift those around him. His unwavering commitment to our hometown and his efforts to foster unity remind us of the same values we celebrate through football, the power of teamwork, perseverance, and community spirit. At this time, we ask you to join us in a moment of silence as we remember Samir, honor his legacy, and celebrate his life and the profound impact he had on all of us. Thank you for that moment of silence for Samir Patel. Now it is my honor to introduce Samir's parents, Nilesh and Jaguti Patel, and his brother Sunny Patel, who are with us tonight. Their generosity and love for our community are truly appreciated. In honor of Samir's memory, they are donating $10,000 to the Merritt Island High School football program for critical facility improvements. This general contribution reflects Samir's love for his community and his dedication to supporting opportunities for future generations. We'd also like to extend a special thanks to the Patel family for providing free tickets to the first 250 guests at tonight's game. Keep it going. Please join me again in a round of applause to thank them for their generosity. Thank you, Samir Patel, and your family.
What a tremendous gift there from the Patel family to the Merritt Island community, and I know it really impacted this community and all the influence that he had and the Patel family has in this community, and kind of sad to lose him. But he does have his number out beyond the field that you can see out in the distance. It's right out there in the far distance on the far sideline. You can see number 61 is what the number he wore when he was here at Merritt Island. So great stuff there, JC. And you know, we're here in Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you know, it's also a great opportunity that the players are going to be wearing pink here tonight, and to remember we've all been impacted in some way, somehow, by somebody who's been impacted by breast cancer, and that's what the pink stands out here for today, with the players wearing pink.
You know, it's really something about life. If you live long enough, something is probably going to get you. And I don't mean to be like humorous about it, but you know, you just got to try and stay in good health.
Yeah.
Try and live a long life. So, all right. Well, very nicely done in that ceremony. And again, thanks to the Patel family. Boy, $10,000 for anybody would be great, but for a high school football program and for Merritt Island High School, it's tremendous because, you know, you got a lot of expenses, particularly in football.
Yeah.
So that money will definitely be well used.
It's also a good opportunity to mention, you know, the Erdman Automotive also donated $5,000 to each one of the schools in Brevard County, Brevard Public Schools, towards the athletic program. $5,000 to each school, $2,500 to the football program, and $2,500 to the athletic program. So we want to make sure we thank Erdman Automotive. They've been a great sponsor for ours over the years, and you know, they've also made a huge impact in this community as well. At obviously the Patel family coming through very compassionatly, and we're very generous in their gift here to Merritt Island High School, and you know, coming all the way from India, that's a long ways. And
well, I know to Vietnam it's about 15 hours. To India, it's probably more or less the same thing. That is a long flight.
Yeah.
So we appreciate the Patel family, and we grieve for the loss of your son.
Titusville is going to be receiving the opening kickoff here to begin this game. Wind is going to be a big factor in this game. The wind is blowing very strong, as it has all day today, and we expect that it's going to play a little bit of a factor. And at first glance right now, Merritt Island is going to have the wind at their back to begin this game.
All right, so the co-captains have met at midfield. Looked like Merritt Island won the toss, but they deferred, which seems to be a common thing these days. Get the defense on the field first, so Titusville will receive the ball to start off this one. So, again, Merritt Island snapping a had a three-game winning streak snapped on Monday evening. Lost to a very good O'Galley team, 27-20, as the Mustangs take their place on the near sideline. No shame in that loss. O'Galley's the only undefeated team in Brevard County. They're 7-0, and Merritt Island came real close. They didn't really get things going offensively until the fourth quarter, and they got a couple of touchdowns, including a 90-yard kickoff return by Tobias Semper, but they simply ran out of time. Liam Miller had a couple of field goals to get the team on the scoreboard early, but O'Galley won it 27-20. And then you have Titusville also played on Monday evening, and they beat Satellite pretty convincingly 37-7, and that snapped a 2-game losing streak for them. So both these teams have had interesting seasons. You know, Titusville, they've had 1 close win and 2 close losses. And O'Galley, on the other hand, they've had 4 close wins and 2 close losses. The only game that was really a blowout was that 41-2 win over Palm Bay.
Yeah, the last game for Merritt Island on Monday night was, you could say it was a little bit controversial how that game ended. There was a lot of controversial calls towards the end of that game, I think, for Merritt Island faithful would say. And they would have a claim on some of those calls that happened towards the latter half of that game that didn't go in their favor. That ended up being a very close game, and Merritt Island came back and almost got a big one against O'Galley, which O'Galley, one of the top 12 rated teams in the state. And that was almost a big upset here in the state of Florida. They were playing Monday night because of Hurricane Milton that had impacted the scheduling and the previous week.
Which followed Hurricane Helene.
Yep, exactly.
Consecutive weeks. So we hope the Hurricanes go away for a while. All right, so again, Merritt Island, as usual, home black and goldish numbers, nice and big, so we can read them very well on their uniforms. At Titusville, road white, blue numbers, blue helmets. So Liam Miller lining things up a couple minutes before 7 o'clock Eastern Time here on the East Coast. And here we go with some Friday Night Football on SpaceCoastDaily.com. Okay, ball taken at the 6-yard line, up to the 20, 22-yard line, so that'll be about a 16-yard return, and taking the kickoff was Malik Britt. So pretty good field position for the Terriers to start off. Their quarterback is Elijah Tank Harvey. Harvey, 34 for 82, 499 yards. He has 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He also rushes for 215 yards on 46 rushes, 4.7 average. So kind of a multi-dual kind of quarterback who can pass and who can run.
Yeah, definitely one player you want to keep an eye on with this Merritt Island defense is Caden Herrick. He is one of the leaders of the defensive unit, number 32 for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Keep an eye on him. He's got to have a big night if this Merritt Island defense is going to be successful here tonight.
So Tank Harvey, again, formal name is Elijah, lining up the troops. First down from their own 21. Fake handoff, ball thrown and caught. Little screen pass to the 25 and out to the 29-yard line. So that's going to gain about 8. The ball caught by number 1, Kamari Jackson. Jackson, overall this year, 343 yards rushing, 4.8 average, and he's got 1 touchdown.
As a reminder, we do have a rocket launch here tonight that is scheduled for 7:31 p.m. That will be on Space Coast Daily TV as well during the course of this game. So we will have a rocket launch here tonight, and we'll probably get a great view from here in Merritt Island.
I would think so, yeah. We're not too far away from Cape Canaveral. All right, so for the Terriers, a 2nd down and 2 from their own 29. Double receivers both sides, but it's a handoff up the middle, and it goes to Jamarian Stevens, the transfer from Rockledge, and he'll pick up a big gain. In fact, call it about 12 yards, and that is easily the first down of the game for Titusville.
Great job there by Jamarian Stevens, who got the ball carry and got enough for a Titusville first down. Really elusive inside the tackles. Did a great job there, seeing the hole and hitting the hole really nicely, and getting the first down here for the Terriers approaching midfield.
So first down for Titusville. The ball just touching the 41-yard line, just underway here from the O-Dome at Merritt Island High School. This is a big district game for both teams. Shotgun Harvey hands it off up the middle, goes to Stevens, and Stevens gains maybe 1. Good pursuit by that Merritt Island defensive line. We might have a loose ball.
Merritt Island saying they have it. They're going to say they're down.
I don't see any clear signal from the official. Looks like Titusville will maintain possession, so they'll gain about 1 in that play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So Harvey's going to be joined in the backfield by Kamari Jackson and Jamarian Stevens. Tell you, 2 good running backs, 343 yards for Jackson, and then Stevens, again, the transfer from Rockledge, 467 yards rushing, 5.8 average, and 3 touchdowns. So they have a good running game, and they got some talented wide receivers as well. So 2nd down called 8 from the 43. Harvey back to pass, throws far side. It is caught. That'll be a gain of about 4. Ball caught by T.J. Brothers. That is his 10th catch of the year. And he has about 180 yards in receiving yardage for that. So nice little pass there.
Devontae Peterson on the coverage there for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Good job of wrapping up the ball carrier and setting up a third down. Manageable situation here for the Terriers, but an opportunity for the Merritt Island Mustangs to get off the field.
So this drive started at the 21, and again, they made it up to the 47, so called a 3rd down and 4 for the Terriers. Shotgun Harvey. Handoff around the left side, and that's going to be, he's still pumping his legs. I think it'll be shy of the 1st down. That was Kamari Jackson. Let's see where they spot the ball. Where are they going to spot it? It's the 49, so he's going to be a couple of yards short. Now, in the NFL, you probably would punt here, but I think in high school football, you probably just go for it.
Well, head coach John Holmes has been, being able to roll the dice this year. He has done it multiple times. He did it a lot in the O'Galley game. It looks like the punting unit's going to come out now.
They're going to come out. Wow. I thought maybe they'd go for it, but
a little bit of a conservative approach. He will be punting into the wind, so look for this kick to probably be pretty low.
All right, number 23, Dean Roberts is the punter for Titusville. He had 2 punts last week for a 45.5 average as we got a timeout.
Yeah, Merritt Island had nobody back to return. I think Merritt Island was looking for maybe a possible fake, but looks like we have a timeout on the field.
And, Titusville actually called the timeout. I'm kind of surprised there. All right.
I'm anticipating maybe a fake was Merritt Island, and Titusville didn't like the look, so they're going to go back and think about this one and maybe try to change the personnel grouping. But 9:17 to go here in the 1st quarter. First drive of the game. Beautiful night here, JC.
I like that breeze.
Yeah, feels really good. 50
years ago, that would have been a York Peppermint Patty commercial. I mean, when I was growing up in New York, kind of that breeze in the background, and you're just feeling good. So anyway, that's 50 years ago. But no, it's a beautiful night. I mean, if fall is coming, I welcome it, being a native New Yorker. All right, 9:17 to go.
Looks like they're going to go for it here, JC.
Or maybe try and draw them off sides. We'll see what Coach John Holmes in his 3rd year decides to do. Shotgun. Handoff around the left side, and that'll be a 1st down and more. Tiptoeing down the left sideline, that is Kamari Jackson, and picked up more than enough for the 1st down. Picked up about 9, and the Terriers with their 2nd 1st down in this drive, and they keep it going.
We'll roll the dice there by head coach John Holmes. It pays off and continues the drive now. Titusville in Merritt Island territory.
So Kamari Jackson showing some good speed there. Alex Christian is in the slot. Ralph Smith to our near side. So double receivers on both sides. Receiver over to the far side as well. So 1st down for the Terriers from the Mustang 43. Again, shotgun Harvey. He'll hand it off up the middle. And let's see, I think that's Jackson again, and they'll gain about 4 to about the 39.
Titusville's getting pretty good push up front, and Merritt Island still trying to gauge the personnel groupings that Titusville is running right now. Titusville looking like they really want to try to establish the run game here early on, probably a good choice for them. And, but for this Merritt Island defense, we saw it against O'Galley. They were really stifling that whole O'Galley offense all night up until the 2nd half, and then O'Galley started getting into a little bit of a rhythm.
So 2nd and 6 and 39. Harvey back to pass, and a little bit low. The pass is incomplete up the middle. It was intended for Dion Bland, who has 5 catches for 59 yards this year. So that's going to bring him a 3rd down and call it about 6 from the 39. Very low throw there, and Bland not able to come up with it.
Depending on what happens here, you might be in 4-down territory once again.
I would think so, yeah. I think they probably would go for it. Well, maybe 3rd and 6, maybe not. If they can get a little closer here, that might set up a possible 4th down try. So 3rd down and 6 for the Terriers from the Mustang 39. Shotgun Harvey gets the snap, rolling out left. He wears number 0. He gets away, and he throws it, and it's incomplete. I don't know if that was Tim Tebow on that, but he kind of jumped up in the air like Tebow used to do a few times, and incomplete pass, but at least he salvaged the sack. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 6, and I would think they would punt here, but we'll see.
Good discipline there by the Merritt Island defensive secondary, and not to collapsing on the quarterback, seeing him roll out to the pocket, staying with his man down the field, being there in coverage to be able to knock that ball away. That was Devontae Peterson once again on the coverage, so good job there from him on the defensive side. And then for Titusville, punting unit comes out now, and you're here at the inside the 40-yard line.
All right, Dean Roberts with it. Oh, we got whistles. Oh, it looked like a beautiful punt, but it will be for naught. Again, Roberts had 2 punts last week for a 45.5 average against Satellite. Oh, we got offsides, Merritt Island. Well,
wow.
Maybe now you go for it because this is going to bring up 4th and 1. So not a good offsides there for the Mustangs.
No, absolutely. And Coach Murray is definitely going to be not too happy with his special teams unit being onside. Now it creates a 4th and short.
I mean, it looked like they might have lined up offsides. I didn't see anybody jump.
Yeah.
That's even worse when you line up offsides. You can't do that, so.
Coach Murray's talking to the referees, trying to get an idea who it was that was lined up offsides. Brings up 4th and short once again, but still an opportunity here for Titusville to continue this drive and a chance for Merritt Island to be able to stop this drive and get decent field position.
Again, this drive started on their own 16. They have 2 first downs. They're hoping for a 3rd one here. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Terriers from the Mustang 34. So kind of a big early play in this game with 8:18 to go in the first quarter. No score. All right, handoff goes to Jackson, and he'll have the first down. So give it to Jackson. You don't have any doubt. He gets it up to the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5, and the Terriers keep it going.
Just a good little inside read there by the quarterback, and a good push there by the offensive line on that left side, getting a good push on that Merritt Island defensive line. And just like that, get another first down and continue the drive here underneath 8 minutes. And this drive is the first drive of the game, and Titusville really milking that clock and moving the chains very nicely.
Got 1 receiver out to the far left side. That's TJ Brothers. Otherwise, 3 receivers to the right. So first down from the 29 for the Terriers. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Stevens. Stevens might have gained 1 yard. A good conversion there by the Mustang defense. About 3 or 4 Mustangs getting in on the stop.
Good tough run there. Looks like we do have a flag of holding, so this flag is going to be coming negate that decent gain on first down. Now it puts them behind the sticks.
Well, we went about 4.5 minutes until our first flag, so that's good. You know, again, that stuff has to be cleaned up. We're midway through the season, and you don't want to get these silly penalties. You know, holding is something almost you can excuse. I mean, all right, so it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Terriers from the Mustang 39. Again, no score, 7:20 to go in this first quarter on a very breezy night here in Brevard County as we're in mid-October and knocking on the door of fall. Shotgun Harvey, 3 receivers to the right. Harvey looking to the right. Now he's going to run it. Has a big hole. 35-30, darts to the left, gets up to the 28-yard line, and he picks up 10 of those yards that he lost on the holding penalty. So this will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Good gain there.
Well, again, Harvey, 499 yards passing, but he has 215 rushing. You know, 4.7 average, not too bad. And again, picked up about 10 in that play. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29. So Ralph Smith pretty much by himself on the near right side. 2 other receivers at the left. Shotgun Harvey on the 2nd and 10. He's back to pass. Looking right, throws, and it's incomplete. It was intended for 21, Alex Christian.
That was almost intercepted there, too, by Cortland Campbell. He was almost going to take that to the house. If he would have broke up just a step sooner, he would have had himself an interception.
You know, Merritt Island left some points on the scoreboard last week against O'Galley, and then, you know, another critical play was the A.J. Forehand interception that the Commodores had at about midfield, and Forehand took it in for a touchdown. And then the Mustangs' first drive ended with no points. It was an impressive drive, no points, and then 2 other drives that just ended in field goals. They left about 15 points on the scoreboard, and that would be more than enough for a win if they had converted that. Anyway, that's last week. 3rd down and 10, handoff at the middle. That's going to be shy of the first down. Ball carrier will gain about 5 to the 25. I believe that was Jackson again.
Next whistle is actually going to be a water break. This drive is almost 6 minutes long right now.
Yeah. I like long drives. They're good. Big part of football.
The field goal unit's going to come out here. Wow, this is going to be a very tough field goal. This is going to be a 42-yard field goal into the wind.
Well, Dean Roberts has he evidently had a 50-yard field goal last week against Satellite, and he had 2 other 40-yard field goals during the year. He's only 4 for 10, though, on field goals, but 3 of them have been from long distance. He is 14 of 16 on an extra point, so the spot's going to be the 32. The holder is Jake Roberts. I wonder if that's his brother. So the Roberts gang trying to convert this field goal. Dean with a kick. It's a boomer. Looks good. And it is good. Dean Roberts, very impressive. A 42-yard field goal. So that's his 3rd field goal of the year of 40-plus yards. So he has got the leg. He also punts. And it's 3-0 Titusville with 5:17 to go in the first quarter. So disappointing in a way. They couldn't keep it going with trying to get a touchdown, but they got the field goal.
They do. And a 6-minute, 43-minute drive for a field goal. And that'll wear out a defense right there. And Merritt Island, you circle back on that punt where they lined up offsides and then gave Titusville another chance on 4th and 1 when it would have been 4th and 6. And Titusville was all pressed on making sure that they were going to punt that ball, but the offside penalty gave Titusville another chance, and they capitalized on it and turned it into 3 points. So kind of a little bit of a break there for Titusville, but a great drive and a commanding drive.
Yeah, that was about a 52-yard drive, as you mentioned. That took up the first 6.5 minutes of this quarter. 5:17 on the clock. So Roberts will stay on the field to kick off. So again, he's now 5 for 11 on field goals, which isn't a great percentage, but again, keep in mind 3 of those are 40-plus yards. That's pretty good for a high school kicker. He's also a good punter, so he might have a future playing some college ball. He'll have to probably make a decision between those 2 eventually.
Merritt Island also has a great kicker too, and Liam Miller.
Oh yeah.
He's been known to boot 50-yarders before here in the stadium and in other stadiums as well. So on both sides of the ball, Titusville's got a great kicker, and Merritt Island's got a great kicker. So,
yeah, Miller had 2 field goals last week, short ones, but he made them 24 and 19 yards. Mm-hmm. All right, so Roberts with the kickoff. And here we go. Short kick taken by Semper. He had a 90-yard kickoff return last week, and this one, a little short one. He gets about 7 yards on the play. Good tackle there by the Mustangs. That was number 28, who was a mystery player. The Titusville roster definitely has some gaps in it. We have numbers and no names, so we might have a bunch of mystery players tonight. I was trying to get that clarified today, but I had no luck. But we give 28 the credit for that tackle. So Merritt Island, their first look on offense. Again, they rotate their quarterbacks, Sean Hartman and Kevin Verpale. Hartman is more the runner. Verpale is more the passer. So let's see who starts off here. It's going to be Verpale, and of course the Verpale family tree very strong in Merritt Island history. There have been a bunch of Verpales who have played here. So this is just another one, Kevin. So shotgun, line of scrimmage, the 26, first down. Verpale awaiting the snap. Double receivers out to the right. He gets it. He will hand it off to Delonte Williams. And Williams will gain about 2 up to about the 29-yard line. Of course, Williams a big part of this offense.
He is, JC. And, if Merritt Island's going to be having a good night offensively, he's got to get going here early on. So don't be surprised if they start featuring him pretty quickly. And also, we'll also be calling the Terriers Robinson here tonight a lot, too. So
2nd and 6 to the 29. Shotgun again, Verpale. And Titusville is clapping. This might be a penalty against Merritt Island. Michael Corneal is our referee tonight. And let's see, I guess no penalty. So it'll be 2nd down at 6 from the 29. Again, 2 receivers left, now 2 receivers out to the right. Again, Hartman, one of the quarterbacks, lined up as a wide receiver. Verpale under center. We got motion by Semper. Verpale looks over to the right, throws it out in the flat, and that'll be a loss. Ball caught by Hartman, so one quarterback throws it to the other.
We have a flag here.
And we got a flag down.
Right where the tackle was.
So that play did not exactly work out to Merritt Island's liking. And we'll pick up the penalty here. Michael Corneal, tonight's referee, is sorting things out.
Looks like this is going to be on Merritt Island.
Trying to get a view here. Oh, holding, I guess. Yeah, holding penalty. So each team has a holding penalty. So that'll back them up inside the 15 to about the 13. So they're at the 13-yard line. They have to get to the 36. So doing the quick math, it's going to be second and about 23. Shotgun for Patel. Triple receivers out to the left side. We got motion by Thomas. Back to pass for Patel. Has time. Rolls out of the pocket. He's going to be whipped down by one of the big guys on that Titusville defensive line. 66, Jeremy Priest Jr. Performing mass, the Priest.
Kind of looked like there was a little bit of a head jerk there, but that it was right underneath the face mask and right underneath the helmet. Made it look like it was almost like a face mask, but it was right below, right where the neck is. And
I don't think he'll use that line again, but the Priest did a little service there. So
third down and forever here, and you just don't want to make a mistake here if you're Merritt Island in this situation. This is, I mean, you got to get all the way to the 36-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, third down and a cab ride, that's for sure. About third and 35. And Raphael's just going to hand it off, and they'll get some of that yardage back. About 5 or 6 yards, but Titusville's there to take the man down, and a little bit of commotion there coming out of the pile. Titusville player goes on his derriere, like I think one of his teammates kind of pushed him away, saying, all right, get away, will you? All right, so Merritt Island will come out to punt. So good job by Titusville on that drive, but really it was Merritt Island committing penalties.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
They'll get you every time, and they really plagued this team earlier this week when they played Monday night against O'Galley. Really kind of turned the momentum in that game on multiple times. But Sean Hartman's back here to punt for the Mustangs, and he's got the wind at his back, so he could be able to boom this here.
So Hartman in the middle of the end zone, and he just gets it off, and he gets off a pretty good kick. Let's see, it's going to bound at about the 38-yard line, take a little bit of a roll to the 40-yard line. So that'll be about a 30-yard punt by Hartman, no return. And Titusville is going to get very good field position. Again, they got the 42-yard field goal by Dean Roberts in their opening drive. And they lead at 3-0 with 2:16 to go and a pretty quickly moving first quarter. Again, J.C. Meyerholtz along with Zach Clark, and again, executive producer Gavin Keith joining us tonight.
Want to make sure we thank our sponsors here, Erdman Automotive, Health First, Eastern Florida State College, All Points, Health First, for all their great support here for local high school sports and their continued support for Space Coast Daily in the Friday Night Locker Room year after year, when we really appreciate their support. And we can't do it without our sponsors, and we really appreciate them helping sponsor tonight's game.
So Titusville starting a very good field position. The Mustang 39 handoff goes to Kamari Jackson. He's had at least 5 or 6 carries tonight. He has been the workhorse early. He's going to gain about 7 to about the 33-yard line. So it's going to bring up a very nice 2nd and 3 for the Terriers.
There's a flag, JC, and this is going to be coming back on Titusville.
I spoke too soon.
In the position of a hold, I believe.
Another holding penalty, so 2 holding penalties on Titusville, 1 for Merritt Island. Those have been the only 3 penalties so far, 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Well, again, what a job John Holmes has done with this program. He's in his 3rd year. Terriers have had some rough years, but they've been in back-to-back playoffs. In fact, they made it to the 2nd round last year. They beat Palm Bay in the 1st round. That was certainly a sweet win. But then they lost to Sumter, South Sumter, in the 2nd round. The previous year, they got eliminated in the 1st round. So they're turning this program around. Shotgun Harvey, back to pass, pretty good protection. Steps up, throws over the middle. It's incomplete. The ball did not get to number 1, Kamari Jackson. So Jackson, the intended receiver, but the ball is well short of him. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Kamari Jackson had a beat on his man, but I think that was a little bit of a hard throw into the wind. You know, I think that wind kind of knocked that ball down just a little bit. This wind is pretty intense here tonight, and I'm very surprised.
So they're going against the wind, right?
They're going against the wind,
okay.
So it's going to knock every ball down that it gets up in the air.
I can hear Bob Seeger in my headsets. Okay. So 1:20 to go. Yeah, kind of hard to throw against the wind, but Harvey's got a pretty strong arm. 2nd and 20 from the Mustang 49. Harvey will hand it off. Little delay handoff up the middle. I believe that's Jackson, and he gains about 5. We'll double check here. Actually, Looks like that was Stevens on the carry. He gains about 5. So they're at the 45. They have to get to 29, so it'll be 3rd and 16. So both teams so far face some pretty long yardage on some of their plays.
Yeah, we're within a minute now to the end of this quarter. This quarter went by really quick thanks to the Titusville 6-minute, 43-minute drive for a field goal, and that's the only score we have in this game.
Yeah, it's a 24-minute quarter. We started 2 minutes before 7. It's now 7:22, so pretty quick. Handoff up the middle. And man will be stopped. A whole herd of Mustangs getting into the stop on that play.
That'll probably be the final play of this quarter.
And let's see, that was I think that was Harvey. So 20 seconds ago, nobody is really in a rush. So that might be the final play of the quarter. We're down to 15 seconds. It's going to be another punting situation for Dean Roberts.
Yeah, you're kicking into the wind. I got to think that you probably want to switch ends and probably punt in.
Yeah, Roberts is in no hurry. He's going to go to the sideline and take a break.
Yeah.
So as the end of the first quarter, it is Titusville 3 and Merritt Island nothing.
Very, very quick quarter, as we mentioned. Merritt Island only getting 1 possession in that quarter, but great job there by Titusville's offense of taking advantage of the opportunities that were given to them on the first drive, and here they are. They got a little bit of a field position game that they're going to play here, assuming that they're going to punt this ball. But Merritt Island offense kind of got stifled a little bit thanks to that holding call, and kind of put them behind the sticks. So both teams kind of feeling each other out at this moment, and they're trying to, I think one of the things we're going to be, for both teams to be successful here tonight, they're obviously going to want to establish a run game here tonight. And I really think the key players to this game, if you're Merritt Island, you definitely want to get Devontae Williams involved here early on, and also Dontarius Robinson Jr., who is just he can take the top off the defense, and taking some shots down the field, I think are going to be some opportunities against this Titusville defense. And for the Titusville defense, exactly what they just did in the first quarter. Keep the ball. He's going to attempt a field goal here.
Wow.
This is going to be a 58-yard field goal.
What is the national high school record for the longest field goal? I have no idea.
He's kicking with the wind, though. He's got...
yeah, with the wind. Well, let's see. Let's see what Roberts can do here. Again, he's had 3 of 40-plus yards. The kick is up. I think it's going to be short. I'll tell you, not a bad effort. It was almost long enough. It was pretty accurate, but he kind of hooked it to the left. Now, in the NFL, you might not do that because the ball will come back to the line of scrimmage, but in high school ball, it goes to the 20. So that's almost like a short punt. So really no harm done for the Terriers.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing that that rule is still in play here. High school, obviously, as you just mentioned, is the only one that has this rule.
Oh, the college rule, they do go to the line of scrimmage?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
And kind of a little bit of a perk there. Why not give it a shot? And, if you're going to punt it, if it rolls in the end zone, it still comes out to the 20 anyway. So might as well try to get some points up on the board. And if you got a kicker that can be able to boot it that far with the wind, why not? So, I like the move there. And still, you pin Merritt Island deep in their own territory.
So already 2 field goal attempts by Roberts. Again, he converted the 42-yarder. That's the only score so far, 3-0 in the early part of this second quarter. Verpel in at quarterback. He'll hand it off. I assume that's Williams, and he'll gain about 2 to the 22-yard line. Devontae Williams, very talented back. Not including Monday, his stats are 439 yards rushing, 5.7 average, 2 touchdowns. He has 1 100-yard game, and we got a Titusville player down. We hope this is a cramp, because as painful as cramps are, I mean, that's something you could probably recover from, but it might be something else. So he's being helped up. And the man being helped up is number 10, DJ Jenkins. He's one of 2 Jenkins linebackers. Elijah Jenkins, another linebacker. And he is hopping off the field, so it might be a cramp or it might be something else. All right, so gain of 2 in that last play. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs in their own 22. Verpale's looking into a 4-man line. Triple receivers left, double receivers right. Gets a snap, looking right, thrown and caught a dangerous pass, but caught by Hartman, who gets shoved out of bounds by Ralph Smith. So that'll be a gain up Let's see where they spot it. That'll be enough for the first down. Yeah, that'll be a gain of about 12 to the 32-yard line. So the Mustangs with their first down of the game. Just underway second quarter, 11:15 to go. It is 3-0 at Titusville. So Williams, the lone man in the backfield behind Kevin Verpale. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Awaiting the snap. Verpale claps it, handoff. Williams up the middle. Nice run of about 5 yards. Gets it up to the 37-yard line. They have to get to the 42, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5 coming up. Checking in for Merritt Island is number 20, Elaine Adams. That's a guy that we haven't called all year. It's about the 4th or 5th Merritt Island game I've done. If I'm not familiar with them by now, I should probably retire. Got about everybody. I mean, they got great skill players, 2 quarterbacks who are capable. Verpale in the shotgun. He's looking deep down the field, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Single coverage in that play by T.J. Brothers. And that was Terriers Robinson, who Zach Clark talked quite a bit. What a year he's having.
Yeah, he's having a great year, and he has really been a force to be reckoned with deep down the field, that they like to take their chances with him. Man, one-on-one coverage. Multiple times you'll see them if they get one-on-one coverage, more times than not, Terriers Robinson's going to come up with that ball.
So 3rd down and called 6 for the Mustangs from their own 38. Double receivers out to the left. Looks like an audible is being called by Verpale. Here's the snap. And handoff Williams. Darts to the left side. He's got it the first down. So he needed about 5. And he got close to 10, up to the 47-yard line. And the Mustangs, with their second first down of this drive, they keep it going. So first down for the Mustangs. Again, no huddle offense. First down from their own 47. Verpale will hand it off again to Williams. Starts it out to the left side. Another nice gain. Here comes the white swarm as they take him down. That'll be a gain of about 4, or actually called 5 to the 49. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Rocket launch is still on right now, so in about a couple minutes, might be able to get you a good view here from Merritt Island of the rocket launch. It is a little bit cloudy, so the rocket launch might not be.
Hopefully it'll come during a timeout. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That way, we don't miss the game. All right, Verpale rolling out to the right. He's being pursued by a white swarm. He has to get rid of it. Incomplete. In his face, number 4, Jabari Green. He's one of the more talented linebackers in this Titusville team. So Verpale, pretty good escapability. He's just able to get rid of it. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and call it 6 from the Titusville 49. So yeah, we're standing by for that rocket launch. This is another SpaceX launch. Oh, there's the pad. Looks like it's going to get going there.
Yeah, we have about a minute and a half till launch.
Do we pause the game or do we keep playing?
I think we're probably going to keep on going.
Okay, all right, we'll keep on going. I'm really hoping for a timeout, but we'll see what happens. All right, 3rd down at 6 from the 49. Mustangs trying to keep this drive alive. Verpale awaiting the snap. He gets it. He's going to hand it off to Williams again around the left side, and this time Williams is, he's still on his feet. Good effort. He just does not want to go down.
He is a bowling ball. He is so hard to bring down. 5'9", 205 pounds. He is a load to bring down. Like low center of gravity, and
he'll gain about 2, but
those legs just never stop. He just keeps, just as you would coach it as a coach. Always tell your players to keep turning those legs, even in a point of contact. Just keep driving your legs forward. You never know, you might be able to break through, and he's done it a couple times this year.
So the Mustangs are going to go for it. 4th and 5 right at midfield. Maybe you try and draw them offside, or maybe you just call play and see if you can get the 5 yards. So Verpale in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Taking a little bit of a time here. He has it. He's looking to get it. He's rolling out right. Being pursued. He throws it out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and Titusville will take over. But, Verpale doing the same thing. He was pursued by there goes the launch. Okay, good timing. Look off in the distance, folks. The launch is going on, courtesy of SpaceX. Well, they do a bunch of those.
They do.
I wonder what satellites are going up tonight.
Starlink.
Starlink? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you, at night they're always really beautiful, aren't they?
They are.
And then when it disappears, it's going to, ooh, look at it. It's going to regain, and then it's pretty much going to be gone. But
it's gonna come up and over those clouds again.
It is, yeah.
It's gonna.
All right.
You're not missing anything right now. You're just seeing the rocket launch at this moment. But the game is still going on, so you can watch the rest of that launch on Space Coast Daily TV. Right now, it's live on spacecoastdaily.com. So
all right, Harvey takes a snap, and the handoff goes to number 2. That is Jamarian Stevens. So it's been mostly Jackson on the runs, but Stevens has gotten a few of them, and he'll gain about 3 in that play, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Mustang 49.
Tell you, we're so blessed here on the Space Coast. We get to see some great things here, and what's better than Friday night football with a rocket launch in the background? That's a really cool picture there.
No complaints by me. Just get rid of the Hurricanes.
Balls on the turf.
Hot potato, get the sour cream out. All right, Stevens. Looks like he got back on top of it. So a little slippery bar of soap in the bathtub, but the Terriers get it back and didn't really lose that much. It's going to be 3rd down at about 7.
Avoided disaster right there to Titusville, but Merritt Island now a chance to be able to get off the field here. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Titusville Terriers. What can this Merritt Island defense do and try to stop Titusville in their tracks?
To the left, you got Jackson.
Ball's on the
and we got a loose ball again, a fumble. I think Titusville got it back. Mustangs hoping for something different, but getting back on top of it was Harvey.
Wow, and that's not a good sign either. Harvey is a little slow to get up there. Probably more frustration than anything is probably.
So that was a loss of about 5, so definitely a punting situation here. That's his 4th down at about 14. So Dean Roberts has been a very busy guy, accounting for the only points, a 42-yard field goal in the first quarter, and he's had, I believe this is his 3rd punt, standing on his own 30. Again, 45-yard average off of 2 punts last week against Satellite. Snap is good, gets it off, and a nice elevated kick. And this one is going to go into the end zone. So nice kick. Tried to get it inside the 10. He did, but the ball goes in the end zone. So it'll be an automatic touchback, and Merritt Island will get the ball back, trailing 3-0 with 6:10 to go in this first half. This might be a good time for a water break. I don't know if the officials are going to call it here, but.
Yeah, that was a good decision there by Dontarius Robinson. You know, so many times you can see young players go back there and they want to try to make a play and catch a ball that's deep in their own territory. Let that ball bounce, get a touchback, let the ball come out to the 20-yard line and get decent field position. Don't put your team and your offense in a tough situation or even a possible turnover as well. Just live to fight another day and take the great field position. A good decision there by him. With 6:10 to go here in the second quarter, this game's going really quick, JC.
Well, again, it's been a great night. We had the Patel ceremony to start. It is senior night. The Mustang cheerleaders in front of us doing their cheers. And again, we had that rocket launch. So we've had a lot going on already, and this game is only about 35 minutes old. So we're anticipating a good ball game between these two clubs. Again, Titusville is trying to climb to the 500 mark, go to 4-4. And the Mustangs with a tough loss, but certainly a representable game against O'Galley, 27-20 Monday. They're 5-2, so having a good season under Coach Tyler Murray.
Very good season, 5-2 on the year, and an opportunity. All of these games that they have left, they're winnable games for them.
And they lost to a pretty good DeLand team, 35-28. So I mean, two losses that weren't really too bad. All right, so shotgun Verpale. It'll be a first down from the 20. And fake handoff to Williams, pass out to Platt, and down the sideline. That'll be a gain of about 20. I think that's Robinson. Yeah, Dontarius Robinson with the catch. Big gain, first down.
He took a Titusville Terrier with him, took him for a ride, about 5 extra yards after the first contact, and a good first play here on this drive for the Merritt Island Mustangs, and they will move with a little bit of tempo here.
So that was a gain of 20, first down from their own 40. Verpale throwing it out in the flat again, little screen pass goes to Semper. Semper trying to negotiate something. He's very slippery, and he actually gets about a yard out of that, where he could have been dropped for a loss. So Good effort by Semper. Again, always dangerous. Again, a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in that Monday night loss to O'Galley. So gain of 1. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 41. So again, low-scoring affair. 3-0 Titusville. Clock running, 5:12 to go in the first half. And I imagine at halftime we're going to have the homecoming queen that's going to be – oh, no, it's senior night. I'm sorry. Not homecoming.
Yeah, I think homecoming, I think, is next week.
Okay, boy, I got a lot going on here.
Yep.
All right, shotgun, 2nd and 9 for Patel, throwing it near sideline. And I'll tell you, Hartman almost made a wonderful catch as he was falling back on his back, but it slipped through his fingers, incomplete.
Very close. That would have been a very acrobatic catch there by Hartman if he would have came down with that. He lost his feet.
Yeah, back on the coverage was Elijah Jenkins. Yeah, that would have been quite a catch.
Brings up 3rd down and long. A great opportunity here for the Terriers to get off the field. And, you know, the Merritt Island Mustangs will be kicking into the win if they force a 4th down here, so they could have a good opportunity to get some good field position if they can get a stop here.
So 3rd down and 10. The ball just touching the 41. Verpale looks left, throws it that way. It's incomplete. He's trying to hook up with 22, Alex Hernandez, but that ball was well by him. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 9, and probably a punting situation, and the punting unit will come out.
And, you know, as fast as this and as hard as this wind is blowing here tonight, it's got to change the game plan a little bit when you're playing on each side of the field. You know, that wind is going to knock down that ball from the Merritt Island Mustangs here in this 2nd quarter. And for Titusville, might be able to take a chance or maybe throw the ball deep a little bit, because that ball's going to carry a little bit once it gets up there. And, you know, I think that might be playing a factor for both of these teams in trying to navigate the wind.
So Hartman back to punt, standing at his own 25. It's a dribbler, but he gets it. This is Christian back deep, and he has no intention to touch that ball. It's going to take a nice roll to the 14-yard line. So calculating that punt very quickly, that is about a 44-yard kick, because it was the 41 to the 50, and then it went to about the 20.
Oh, and that's exactly what you wanted to do on that. You get a good bounce and low-line driving kick. Don't want to get it up there in the air where the wind can be able to knock it down. And a good job there by Hartman, and pinning Titusville a little bit deep here with 4:35 to go. This is a very low-scoring game, and Titusville would love nothing more than to be able to march down the field with hardly any time left, put a score up on the board, and put that goose egg up in the first half.
Now, you know, we've had a few penalties, really not too many. It's been mostly holding penalties, but the one thing I like is neither team has used a timeout, so they have their full allotment of timeouts, don't they? I don't think anybody's used a timeout yet. So Titusville, 4:35 to go in the half. They have a full assortment of timeouts, so they can work the middle of the field if they want.
There was a penalty on that play, but they were going to mark it off towards the end of the punt.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on
the Terriers, yeah. So they're going to be backtracked to inside the 10. Well, the officials are still discussing it. Again, Michael Corneal is our referee tonight, and Michael Bush is our umpire. Again, 4:35, clock stopped first half, and again a 3-0 lead for Titusville, and the 42-yard field goal by Roberts in the first quarter. So I think John Holmes is liking things so far. His defense playing very well.
Yeah, I think both defenses are actually pretty satisfied with how they've been playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I think would probably that Merritt Island would like to have back would be that offsides penalty that they had on that first drive of the game. I mean, that would otherwise we probably wouldn't even had a field goal.
Okay, now they put the ball down at the 18, so I'm not quite sure what's going on, but here we go. First down at 10, handoff up the middle. Nice run there. That is Stevens. Well, I'll tell you, Jackson and Stevens complement each other very well in that Titusville backfield. So that'll be a gain of about, call it 4, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
Cortland Campbell was the tackler on the play. It stopped the Titusville Terriers right there. It brings up 2nd down and 7.
Oh, Campbell, a good one. He's got 2 interceptions. He's 3rd on the team in tackles with 54 coming in. So that was probably his 55th tackle of the year. Clock running. We're under 4 minutes to go. 3-0 Titusville. And for the Terriers, a second down at 6 from their own 20-yard line. All right, handoff around the right side, and that's going to be a first down.
Wow.
Who is that? The black swarm is around him, but the ball carrier taking them for a ride. I think that was Harvey.
He was riding a couple Mustangs all the way to almost the first down marker. He is getting enough for a first down. Wow, that's.
Well, I think that was Harvey, and they call him the Tank. His real name is Elijah, but he's nicknamed the Tank. Well, the Tank took the Mustangs for a ride there. So that'll be a first down for the Titusville Terriers. Clock running, 3:35 to go. Again, they have all 3 of their timeouts, and they have a 3-0 lead. So first down from the 32. Harvey will hand it off. Nice hole there. That is Jackson, and he'll get up to the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6, and that's going to bring up a third down and about 4. So a pretty good drive going on by Titusville. Again, they want to whittle down the clock. Of course, they want to leave time to try and get a touchdown here.
Well, this is exactly what they did against O'Galley, too. You know, they limited the possessions there by the O'Galley offense. You know, that game was only a 7-3 game, and that was the last time the Titusville Terriers played. So this is playing right into the hands of head coach John Holmes and the Titusville Terriers at this moment, and limiting the possessions for this Merritt Island offense to be able to get points up on the board.
Yeah, again, Titusville holding a team like O'Galley to 7. That was impressive, but unfortunately they lost 7-3. Handoff up the middle.
And that was actually a kick, a blocked field goal return for a touchdown, too. So O'Galley didn't even score any points in that game.
So there are no offensive points in that game,
offensive touchdown, yeah. So.
Wow. So up to the 41-yard line, Finch Sinclair getting in the stop for the Mustangs. So this will bring up a third down and 2 from the 41, and the clock just keeps on ticking, 2:10 to go. The question is, can the Terriers keep this drive going and maybe try and at least get into field goal range for Roberts? Again, they're going into the win, and I don't think Roberts has any trouble elevating the ball. All right, handoff goes to Jackson. Oh, we got a flag down, maybe a holding penalty. That's what I'm guessing. Again, 2 holding penalties for Titusville, 1 for Merritt Island, so this might be the 3rd one on the Terriers. And let's see what we have. Again, Michael Cornell sorting things out.
This will be an interesting decision here for Coach Murray. You could decline this and take 4th down and very short, or you could push them back about 10 yards, redo the down, and take your chances with that.
All right, let's see what the decision is here. Oh, it's an illegal shift. Okay. 5-yard penalty.
Penalty is declined.
And the penalty is declined. Okay.
Well, decision time here for head coach John Holmes. Do you roll the dice here on 4th down and about 3 yards?
I think maybe I would punt. Own 40-yard line if you don't make it. I mean, the Mustangs have all 3 of their timeouts. Clock running, 1:47 to go. But let's see if they go for it. Let's see if they try and drive them offside.
Exactly.
They might try and pull them offside here. So perhaps Harvey will go to some sort of a hard count. Shotgun.
Wow.
Well, hands it off, and nothing there. Jamarian Stevens is stopped for no gain, and in a tight game like this, that could be a game changer right there. The Mustangs will take over in very good field position, the Terrier 39.
Jarvis Howell in on the tackle and did a great job, number 0 for the Merritt Island Mustangs, and came up with a great tackle, great penetration through the hole, and being able to get into the backfield and tackle the Titusville Terriers and turn them over on downs. And excellent field position here, and kind of circle that one as maybe a questionable call there. With only 1:30 to go here at the end of the first half, you had the wind at your back, an opportunity to maybe pin Merritt Island deep in their own territory. Instead, you go for it and turnover on downs and ball inside the Titusville Terrier 40-yard line.
So for Patel, he's been full-time at quarterback tonight. Sometimes Hartman will be in the shotgun, but Hartman is out in the field as one of the receivers. So clock stopped, 1:32 to go. Again, Mustangs with all 3 of their timeouts, trailing 3-0. First down from the Terrier 39. Right behind Verpale is Williams. And Telvante gets the ball up the middle, has a nice gain up to the 34-yard line. So he'll gain about 5. That'll bring up a second down at 5. Clock continues to run, 1:20 to go. Maybe the Mustangs will take a timeout maybe after the next play. You might as well use all 3 of your timeouts. They don't carry over to the second half. So So they can use the middle of the field. Verpail, shotgun, 2nd and 5. Handoff Williams again. Not much of a gain this time, maybe a couple of yards. They're going to spot it at the 30. They have to get to the 29, so actually it's about 3rd and 2.
Wow, and Coach Murray is very hot right here, and he has every right to be. Titusville had 12 people on the field, and that ball was hiked while number 42 was jogging off the field. At least he was 3 yards in the field of play.
You're
before
very
he got
observant. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and
you counted to 12 real quick, huh?
Yeah, and Coach Murray's not happy because he has every right to be. It would have been a first down and a chain, and instead he had to use a timeout, and just like that with 59 seconds to go, 3rd and short. It kind of changes the situation here for the Mustangs.
Now, which official is supposed to count the players? Is that the umpire? Is it the line judge? I forget which one it is, but that's a responsibility of one of the officials.
It should be technically the field judge.
The field judge? Is that what it is? Okay.
He should be. He should definitely know. He's on the far side of the field. You can see, and
so when every play starts, that's probably his first drill to count the players.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess he missed it there.
And especially if you're the far sideline judge, you see somebody jogging off and you see he doesn't get off the field, I mean, you got to throw the flag because you know that person's coming off the field and there's too many people on there.
So break for the Terriers. Mustangs will have a 3rd down and 2 from the Terrier 31. Again, we got 59 seconds to go in the half. It's 3-0 Titusville. Again, the Mustangs now have 2 timeouts. So in pretty good shape here. Verpail, shotgun. Hand over the middle. Williams, and nothing there. They might have to use another timeout here. There's really no gain on that play.
I mean, you are technically in Liam Miller's field goal range right now. It would be a little bit of a hard kick into the wind, but you are in his field goal range right now. Head Coach Murray's going to have to call a timeout.
You know, that's why you save your timeouts for the end of the half and the end of the game, because you never know how many you might need. And so good job by both coaches in that category. So timeout, they have 1 remaining, 42 seconds to go.
And, you know, if I'm head coach Murray, I think I'm going to try to kick this field goal because, as we just saw earlier, if you miss it, it still goes back to the 20-yard line for the Titusville Terriers.
It's almost like a punt.
Exactly.
A short punt.
And, you know, you just don't want to have anything, you know, crazy happen here with 42 seconds left. It's still a 1-possession game. A field goal ties the game. And you're already in Liam Miller's field goal range.
Well, again, I'd probably take a shot downfield because you got Robinson and Semper, very capable receivers. And then if it's 4th down, then you kick it. But we'll see what happens here. So it's going to be it's going to be 4th down. Okay. So it's 4th down and 1.
Titusville's interior defensive line has done a great job here at stopping Merritt Island on those inside runs. And the offense is going to come out onto the field.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Shotgun Verpail. Single receivers left and right. We got motion by Robinson.
They might try to draw him off.
I think that's what they're trying to do, yeah.
But now this kind of creates a different I think they're out of timeouts right now, so you're not going to be able to call a timeout.
I thought they had 1 left, but maybe they did use them all. They've used at least 2. Anyway, Verpail shotgun. 2 receivers out to the right, including Robinson in the slot. Handoff Williams around the right side. He'll have the 1st down, and the clock will stop momentarily to move the chain sticks. And again, they should have 1 timeout remaining. Clock stops, 37 seconds to go.
When you need 1 yard, who do you go to? Big running back Delvonte Williams, one of the best in Brevard County.
So clock running, 27 seconds to go. 1st down, Verpail looking toward the end zone. And just off the hands of number 8, the tight end, Deshaun Thomas. Led pretty perfectly, but maybe a little touch of a hair off, and maybe he would have caught it. He had to reach for it.
That would have been an extraordinary catch.
Yeah.
Full extension, got 1 hand on it, almost tried to bring it in with 1 hand. That would have been a spectacular catch.
That was T.J. Brothers back on the coverage, along with Jamarian Stevens. Looked like a double team on Robinson.
If only he was 6'4" instead of 6'3", he would have had it.
Yeah. All right, 21 seconds to go. And again, they should have 1 timeout remaining. I mean, I counted 2 timeouts that they took. 2nd down and 10. From the 25, again, 21 seconds to go. Verpail gets the snap, hands it off to Williams, trying to get out to the left side. Again, he does not go down easily, but a good job by the Terriers to wrap him up. And now they are going to take a timeout with 15 seconds to go. I thought maybe they'd let the clock run down to maybe 3 or 4 seconds and then call timeout. But Maybe they're going to try a shot to the end zone here because it's third down.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, why not? Try to get maybe Dontarius Robinson on maybe a double move on the outside edge and maybe see if he can come down with it. And if I'm Titusville, I'm definitely going to be shading over towards his direction.
I'm guessing Merritt Island, have they been shut out at all in the first half this year? Probably not. I don't know. You guys remember a game? I mean, it's a pretty good job by Titusville. I mean, I'd say they're the underdog in this game, but they're playing pretty well, and it's 3-0. So, Oh, yeah?
Decision time here for Coach Murray. Definitely cannot take a sack. A sack would basically end the half at this point.
No, you can't take the sack, yeah.
But the offense is going to come out and maybe take a shot here with Robinson's on the top side of your screen.
Right, number 4, yeah. He's a good one. But they have Semper as well and Hartman. I'll tell you, they're loaded at wide receiver. They got Williams in the backfield. I mean, the skill positions are excellent. All right, so third down and call it 6 from the 23. Shotgun Verpail. He's back to pass. He's looking left.
Got to throw it away.
Be careful. Rolling out to the right. Get rid of it. And he throws it away. I bet Coach Murray's heartbeat was skipping a little bit on that one.
Yeah, Coach Murray had a couple words with him.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? That was almost disaster. Almost eliminated an opportunity for a field goal, and that field goal unit's going to come out now.
Eddie Rabbitt wrote a song in the 70s called My Heart Skips a Beat. So just want to – I saw Eddie Rabbitt twice in concert in California. I loved him. He was great. He's passed away. Anyway, Miller is coming out for a field goal. Again, 2 field goals last week, 24 and 19 yards. The spot here is going to be the 28, and Verpail is going to be the holder. So makeable field goal, middle of the field. Again, the swirling wind. We'll see how it goes here.
This is going
to be a 38-yard attempt. So I think you just try and kick it straight.
Right.
He is a left-footed kicker. Snap is down. Kick is up. It's going to be close. Oh, it's no good. It's off to the left. It had the distance, but not the accuracy. So disappointing for the Mustangs. But, we got a good one here. Defensive battle. That is the half. It is Titusville 3 and Merritt Island nothing. So I don't know. I don't think Merritt Island's been shut out in the first half this year. That was quite a job by Titusville.
I don't think so. And the credit to Titusville, and you can just see that wind just whipping around with that the flag right above the scoreboard. How intense that wind is here today. And we're going to have a band performance here by the Titusville band. And then we'll also have a performance here by the Merritt Island band.
They're looking good in those white shirts and blue pants. They're looking very sharp. So, I'll tell you, I like it when we have both bands at a high school football game. That hasn't necessarily been the case in some of the games we've done.
And look how big the Titusville band is.
Is it big enough, you think?
That's pretty big.
I'll tell you, they look impressive. And the Merritt Island band also very good as well. So, Zach, we're going to take a break? Or?
Yeah, we'll take a break, and I'll let people enjoy the halftime shows by the Titusville High School band will be first, and then Merritt Island's high school band will follow it up right after the Titusville band. So we'll let you enjoy the sights and sounds of the band performances by Titusville and Merritt Island.
And again, 3-0 Titusville at the half. Thanks for joining us tonight, and enjoy the bands.
Tonight, they will be performing their 2024 marching show, British Invasion. It begins with the music of Queen, followed by Your Song by Elton John, featuring trumpet soloist Braden Bunch. The Who's Pinball Wizard showcases our percussion section, and the show finishes with the music of the Beatles, featuring David Smith on trombone, Gavin Hall on bass.
Today, our girls, they gave us a pep rally, but the band was behind us, the cheers in front. We walked through that entire school with the trophy today. It was a pep rally. Steve set it all up today. belt, medal. We go every Sunday now. We go to Orlando. We I wish you were talking to friends to get that.
What time do you think tomorrow? 4 o'clock?
He offered it, but
Where at? Where are you going to be?
Welcome to the field, your Merritt Island Marching Mustangs! The Marching Mustangs are under the direction of Associate Marching Band Director Ezekiel Rodell, Color Guard Director Maya Patel, Percussion Director Dominic Bolognese. The drum majors are Julie Gordon and Quinn Brown. And Captain James Captain. Color Guard Captain is Ella McMullen. Brass Captain is William Wall. Women's Captain is Kelsey Boo. Percussion Captain is Tyler Gilchrist. Marching Mustangs would like to thank our sponsors, Lincoln Marsh Creek, JP Donovan, Tours of Instruction, Georgia Church, Margaret Globalize. Tonight, the Marching Mustangs will be presenting their 2024 show, Garden of Dreams. Musical selections include Fanfare for Athena by Tyler Grant, Elixir by Muslim County, Sweet Dreams are Native Music by the Eurythmics, and Second Essay by Samuel Carver. Drum majors Julie Gordon and Quinn Brown. Is your band ready? Marching Mustangs, you may begin your halftime performance.
I know you love the grilled cheese idea. Just Wonder Bread, slice of cheese.
Wonder Bread's too high class.
Generic Wonder Bread. I've got one somewhere. Kelly, cut it out of the thing over here. Put the thing down. Then cut it off.
All right, welcome back. We're at halftime. I'll tell you, great performance by both bands. The Titusville band followed by the Merritt Island band. And again, this is the reason that when you're at high school football, both bands should get on the field and perform, because really a great job by both. And we got a pretty good ball game as well. It is 3-0 Titusville at halftime. Again, J.C. Meyerholtz along with Zach Clark, executive producer Gavin Keith. So the only score came about midway through the first quarter, a 42-yard field goal by Dean Roberts, and that is held up, Zach. And I'll tell you, the Titusville defense this year, again, they held O'Galley to 7 points, and as you mentioned, that was like a blocked
field goal return for a touchdown.
So they gave up the defense gave up no points really to O'Galley. So another impressive performance here.
Yeah, a very impressive, important performance. And head coach John Holmes, you'd expect nothing less. He's a very tough, grinded-out head coach, and you expect nothing less that his defenses are going to be very hard-nosed and very fundamentally sound, and that is exactly what we're seeing here tonight. They have really caused a lot of issues for Merritt Island's offense, and really have also, sometimes your best defense is a good offense and being able to keep the other offense off the field.
All right, here we go. Dean Roberts with the kickoff. Very short kick, taking about the 22-yard line, up to the 25, and about to the 37-yard line. So that's about a 12-yard return. So Merritt Island will start off in pretty good field position, about their own 37. We'll see where they spot it.
That was Kamar Fielder, who was the return man for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Decent field position here for the Merritt Island Mustangs, getting the ball at about the 37-yard line. You got to like that's a way to start a half that yards have been hard to come by for the Merritt Island Mustangs.
And let's see, it is going to be Verpail, again, full-time quarterback tonight. Again, Hartman sometimes spells it behind center, but again, Hartman has the luxury of being a wide receiver, so it's been all Verpail tonight.
I'd say look at the bottom of your screen right here. You got one-on-one coverage right now with Dontarius Robinson. You got the wind at your back. This is the time when you would want to take a shot here in maybe the next couple plays.
And that's T.J. Brothers marked up against Robinson, so first down from the 38. Verpail throws it over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. So that was Samaje Glover, I think, got his hands on it. It went right through his hands and incomplete. That'll bring up a second down.
Great read there by the Titusville defense. Jumping, looks like we have a hobbled Terrier. It's coming off the field. That's number 42.
Who is a mystery player. Got a bunch of mystery players for Titusville. Anyway, we hope 42 is okay. Handoff. Williams, stutter steps up the middle, big hole, almost broke it all the way, and he gets the first down. That'll be a gain of about 12 and tackled right at midfield. He just has a quick burst, and he refuses to go down.
Great tough run there by the Merritt Island Mustangs right at midfield now. Get a first down. That's exactly what you wanted to begin the second half. Get some momentum, get some early first downs.
So first down right at midfield for Merritt Island. Verpail shotgun. We'll hand it off to Williams again. Stutter steps a little bit up the middle, and he'll gain about 6 up to the 44. I'll tell you, Williams is probably double digits in carries by now. Probably close to 100 yards.
He is, and if I'm Merritt Island, I'm going to continue to feed him right now. You got second down and 5 coming up. You got a good movement up front from your offensive line. They are getting some good push up front.
As Steve Lavin once said, you got to feed the beast.
That's right.
That was a basketball analogy, though. But, yeah, Williams, very talented running back. So he might be over 500 yards for the season. He came in at 439. He's probably got at least 60. All right, so second down and 5 for the Mustangs from the Terrier 45. Shotgun, Verpail. He fakes it. He's looking deep down the middle for Robinson, but he's going to overthrow him. Double coverage there.
Had him.
By the Terriers, by number 5, T.J. Brothers, and number 2, Jamarian Stevens.
Had his man beat by 2 steps, all alone, and he couldn't get much open than that. But it's hard with this wind and how trying to judge it, and once you get it up into the jet stream a little bit, that ball can take off pretty quickly. You want to make sure you try to keep it a little bit more in line, and as opposed to letting it flutter up there and let the wind take it.
So third down and 5 from the 45 of the Terriers. Mustangs trying to keep this drive going. Verpail has it. He's looking right over the middle. Caught. First down. That'll be a gain of about 7, and it goes to his fellow quarterback, who's been a wide receiver tonight, Sean Hartman.
Yeah, Hartman's such a big weapon. Oh, we got an injured Merritt Island Mustang here on the field. And
65 Josh Thomas, the right tackle. So that is definitely a concern.
That's definitely a concern, but a good drive here for the Merritt Island Mustangs, and here on the first drive of the second half, and they look like they're being very decisive in what they want to do here in the second half, and obviously you got the wind at your back, be able to take advantage of some of the opportunities to air it out a little bit, and the Merritt Island Mustangs are definitely taking advantage of that. But man, you do not want to lose a tackle. Verpail's had pretty good protection here tonight.
Looking ahead of the schedule, so next week, Merritt Island will stay here and play Satellite, and Titusville will host Palm Bay, who they beat in the first round of the playoffs last year. In fact, they beat them during the regular season as well. Beat them in the playoffs, eventually lost to a very good South Sumter team.
It's been a tough year for the Palm Bay Pirates, too. You got to think that there's no betting odds or anything like that in high school football, but, Palm Bay hasn't won a game yet this year. It's been a tough year for the Palm Bay Pirates. Got to think that Titusville looking in pretty good shape these next couple games. They do have that big game towards the end, though, against Astronaut, and that is
that's
big
that's like the Civil War, right?
That is like the Civil War at Titusville.
Astronaut at Titusville, like USC, UCLA, Auburn, Alabama,
Yep. And that's towards the end of the year. But then you look at Merritt Island's schedule, and, you know, this game tonight, this is a winnable game. Next week against Satellites, definitely a winnable game. And then you got Vieira also at home, which is also a winnable game. You know, Merritt Island was on the road for quite a bit to begin the season. Now they get the luxury of having these home games.
They have like 4 home games in a row to finish the year. Yeah,
they do.
That's nice.
And it's definitely a help to have this Merritt Island off the crowd behind you.
So for the Mustangs, it'll be a first down from the Terriers, 38. Again, they're trailing 3-0, 10:09 to go in the third quarter. A little swing pass out, goes to Semper, up to the 35 and up to the 26-yard line, and that'll be a gain of about 12, and that'll be another Merritt Island first down.
You know, that's a name we haven't called a whole lot tonight either. It's Tobias Semper.
Yeah.
He's been kind of quiet here tonight, and that's not usually the norm with a Merritt Island offense this year. So look for him to maybe get involved a little bit more, kind of stretch the field out on the outside edges.
So first down for the Mustangs from the Terrier 26. A lot of shifting around the line. And for one of the rare times tonight, Verpale's actually under center. A little swing pass. Going to be a double pass. Hartman. Oh, he overthrows his receiver, Thomas.
Probably a good thing, too.
So one quarterback to another, double pass, but Hartman, strong arm, but way too strong. He overshot Thomas by a bunch.
He did. I mean, he also had 2 men right on top of him, and that was probably Titusville did a really good job staying disciplined and not falling for the double pass, and a good job there by the Titusville secondary, staying with their man.
Elijah Jenkins and Jamarian Stevens was back deep on the double coverage, so that'll bring up a second down and 10 from the 26. Again, 3-0 Titusville, 9:32 to go in the third quarter. So for Pale, back of the shotgun, has Williams beside him, and he will he'll fake it. A little swing pass out, and Titusville reading that play beautifully. A little swing pass to Thomas, but Titusville man who made the tackle appears to be down on his back, and now he's hurt. That was a very nice tackle. He's popped up. That's good.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out for a play, though. And,
that's number 6. Zamarius Brown goes by Zye, Z-Y-E, but his formal name is Zamarius. Sounds like a Greek god of some sort, but anyway, we hope he's okay. So he goes out. This will be a third down. So that lost about a yard. It's going to be third down and about 11. 2 receivers out to the right. Hernandez has come in for Williams in the backfield, right alongside Verpale. Verpale back to pass over the middle. It is caught. Beautiful catch there. And the man take it down. And, you talked about Semper not getting too involved with the offense tonight. Well, beautiful catch there.
Great job there by Semper beating his man, and there was a little bit of a gap right in the middle of that field, and Merritt Island did a great job at reading the coverage and seeing where Titusville wasn't, and did a great job. Now they set themselves up in great field position here. So still can get a first down at the 1-yard line.
Okay, so first and 10 from the 11. For Pale handoff, Williams around the right side. Pretty good yardage, has a gain of about 6. We got a late flag.
That's going to be a horse collar, and he brought him down to the turf with inside his padding on his back pads, and that's going to be a horse collar. That'll be half the distance, and that might be close enough for a first down. It would be pretty close, depending on where they spot this. It'll be probably about a yard short.
They got to get to, about the 2, looks like. So you're right, personal foul, the horse collar. So, let's see. It looks like it is a first down. So first down and goal from about the 2.
I think we all know who's going to get this ball right now.
I would give it to number 6.
Absolutely.
So Merritt Island trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Verpale shotgun. Handoff Williams around the left side, and he's going to be swallowed up. In fact, he'll probably lose about a yard.
Great job there by that Titusville defense, not being fooled on the zone read.
Elijah Jenkins getting in the stop.
And it looks like we're going to have the
referee Michael Cornell going over to the far side of the field.
Not quite sure what.
So an unofficial timeout. Both teams are going to their respective sidelines. Well, again, John Holmes, third-year head coach at Titusville. He's a West Virginia graduate. So he is a Mountaineer for life. Again, nice job in turning around this Titusville program. I mean, Titusville football, I think about 25, 30 years ago they were pretty good. I know Al Warnicki, won a state championship. But they've been down for a number of years, and John Holmes has resurrected the program and made him competitive. That was a short timeout, so 2nd and goal from the 5. So that was a loss of about 2 on that play. Patel shotgun with Williams beside him. It's a jet sweep to Semper. Semper trying to get around the left side, and maybe he'll gain a yard, but the white swarm comes in. That Terrier defense locking him up and taking him down.
This Titusville defense just continues to impress me with how much heart they play with.
Good gang tackling.
First down and inside the 5-yard line. You got 2 stops, and you're only 1 stop away from possibly holding up Merritt Island inside the 5-yard line. If you're Merritt Island, what do you do here? You're from your 5-yard line. You got to get to the 1 for a first down.
Yeah, so they have the luxury of maybe just getting a first down. And
Deshaun Thomas is coming in now. He is the quarterback. It's kind of like the Wild Mustang formation that they like to call it.
The Wild Mustang, okay. So Thomas, direct snap. He has it. Gets around the left side. Oh, he's shy. He's inside the 1. The good news is, though, they get a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal from about the half-yard line. So they had the luxury of getting a first down. Sometimes when it's in goal, it would have been 4th down, but they had the luxury of getting to the 1 and getting the first.
I think Deshaun Thomas is going to get this one more time. And 1st down and goal inside the 1-yard line. Utilize that big 6'3", 220-pound frame.
I would give it to him. So again, gallant effort by the Titusville defense, but they might be running out of luck here. 4 downs to get a half a yard. I favor Merritt Island here. Shotgun for Patel. Motion Semper. Handoff Williams. He is in. Didn't have to get much. Touchdown Merritt Island. They have taken their first lead of the ball game. It is 6-3 with the extra point coming up, and there go the cheerleaders down to celebrate near the end zone.
Great job there by Delvonte Williams getting his 3rd touchdown on the year. He has had a great season thus far for the Merritt Island Mustangs, and used to be an Eau Gallie Commodore, transferred to Merritt Island, and has really flourished here for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Merritt Island hasn't really had a running back like Delvonte Williams in quite some time.
Really?
And he's a very hard-nosed running back, and he can get the ball 30 to 35 times if he needed to. He's just one of those backs that you can be able to rely upon to be the workhorse running back. And he's definitely had a great year. He's got 439 yards on the year, 2 touchdowns.
Kick is up, kick is good. So Miller now is 21 of 22 on extra points, which is almost perfect. So he was perfect there. 5:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. And it's 7-3 in favor of Titusville. Again, a few weeks ago, this Titusville ball club really gamed Eau Gallie fits, and they lost 7-3. They're hoping they have a touchdown in them to at least maybe take the lead here.
Yeah, that's really the first touchdown that they've given up since I believe it was the satellite game that they had on October 11th. It's the last time that they've given up a touchdown. Because they didn't. The defense didn't give up any score, like you mentioned, against Eau Gallie, and obviously the first 2 quarters here pitched a shutout, but not anymore. There's Buster Beal with the Merritt Island flag going across.
Oh, we were talking about him last week. Old Buster Beal back on the loose here.
Absolutely.
So 5:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. So yeah, Merritt Island has a nice string going here. 4 consecutive home games to end the year. Actually, it's 3 consecutive home games. Titusville tonight, Satellite, and then Viera on November 1st. Now, they've extended the season by 1 week, I heard, the FHSAA. So if you have to do makeup games, some of those will be on the 8th or actually the 7th. They're going to do it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, obviously we've been hit with a couple hurricanes here in the last couple of weeks, so that'll do it.
So good job by the FHSAA, give an extra date, and I'm sure a lot of these teams around the county want to make up certain games. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, so Miller lining up for the kickoff against 7-3 Merritt Island, 5:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. So again, two talented kickers tonight, Roberts and Miller. Miller boots this one, and this one is going into the end zone. It is in orbit right under the goalpost. So automatic touchback, and Titusville will take over on offense. I want to recognize their offensive line. Their left tackle is Jeremy Priest. The left guard is Tay Kirby. The center is Elliot Talia. The right guard is Nate Mosley, and the right tackle is Grant Moxley. TJ Brothers and Ralph Smith are the receivers, along with Malik Britt and Dion Bland. Again, the running backs, two very talented ones, Kamari Jackson and Jamarian Stevens. And again, under center, the quarterback is Elijah Tank Harvey, and he's only a sophomore, so he's got 2 more years to develop. So the Terriers will open up shop here. First down from their own 20, and now trailing for the first time, 7-3. Triple receivers to the right. So Harvey, shotgun. Fake jet sweep. Harvey keeps it. And nice gain up to the 26. He'll gain about 6 as he faked it number 1, Kamari Jackson. So Jackson got the heavy workload early on the carries, and now he's been kind of phased out a little bit, but good running back. We'll see if they get him back more in the picture. And you got 2 talented running backs in Jackson and Stevens, so, who do you give the ball? You try and keep the other team honest. So again, gain of 6 of that last play by Jackson, 2nd and 4 from the 26. Here's the snap. And it's a quarterback keeper. And that'll be a gain of about 5. And that was actually number 2, Jamarian Stevens, I guess in a wildcat type of formation. And that'll be a first down.
I want to make sure we thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and of course you, the viewers, for tuning in here on Space Coast Daily TV. And all our great coverage and all our great sponsors, Erdman Automotive, Health First, All Points, Health First, and Eastern Florida State College for all their great support that they've given us in high school sports here throughout Brevard County.
Once again, Stevens will be in the wildcat, double receivers right and left. Comes back to Stevens. He's going to run it right up the middle. He'll gain about 3 up to the 35. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. So going away from Harvey for a while, the last couple of plays. And again, Stevens taking the direct snap.
Do have a score update. The Cocoa Tigers. Thank you, Tanya Morrison, for giving us a score update that the Cocoa Tigers are up 41-0 at halftime. So
a happy trip to the Villages.
Absolutely.
Villages charter.
Cocoa definitely needed a win. They're 3-3 on the year.
They're the best 3-3 team high school in the country. I mean, they played a rough schedule. Venice, I know, and
yeah.
But okay, handoff around the left side goes to Jackson. Jackson still on his feet down the far sideline, using his speed, and he'll be taken down at the 22-yard line. So that is 17 plus 28. So I'm going to call that about a 45-yard run by Kamari Jackson. So the Terriers trying to knock on the touchdown door here and bust it open.
Great vision out there to get on the outside edge. Just utilize that great speed, get around the edge of the Merritt Island Mustang defense. Merritt Island lost containment. And just like that, Titusville knocking on the door of the Merritt Island red zone.
So first down for the Terriers from about the 20. Harvey back in a quarterback. He hands it off. I believe that's Jackson up the middle, and he has stood up and still on his feet. Actually, you know what? That was Stevens on the carry. They might give him, let's say, going to give him 2 yards forward progress to the 18. Cameron Clements getting the stop for Merritt Island. So no huddle here, pretty much. Shotgun, Harvey. To his side, Stevens. 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs from the Merritt Island 18. Still got O'Galley in my mind from 4 nights ago. Shotgun. Harvey hands it off. And it goes to Stevens around the left side. He's close to the end zone.
He's almost there. I think he might have gotten in.
I don't see a signal. Looks like he's just short.
Wow.
So, boy, I tell you, Stevens and Jackson, what great speed both those gentlemen have.
Stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So have a huge opportunity here for the Terriers to strike back. And look at these offenses get started here in the second half.
Yeah. Well, again, it was 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. It was 3-0 at halftime. And then Merritt Island scoring and the 1-yard run by Williams, and now Titusville looking to answer. Good opportunity here, 1st and goal from the 2. Harvey in the shotgun. He's got Stevens to his left, and he's quickly going to run it up the middle, and he's in for the end zone. Touchdown. Tank Harvey, 2-yard touchdown run. And Titusville has their 2nd lead of the game. It is now 9-7 with the extra point coming up.
Nothing too fancy, just a QB draw, just run right up the middle with one of your biggest players on the team, and utilized that great frame of his and got into the end zone, and just like that, Titusville takes the lead back and an extra point away from being up a field goal.
So Dean Roberts coming on for the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with that extra point, he's now 15 for 17 on extra points. Again, he has a made field goal tonight and a missed field goal. But it's now 10-7, Titusville, 2:20 to go in the 3rd quarter.
2:20 to go. This is a game, JC, and both of these offenses getting their first possession here in the 2nd half and both turning them into touchdowns.
I don't think you have to have a lot of scoring in football just to enjoy the game. And this is a pretty good game, 10-7. I kind of like low-scoring games. Just a personal opinion, but 10-7 Titusville, so who knows how this is going to turn out. It's probably going to go down to the wire. So the Mustangs will get the ball for the 2nd time in this half. Again, they won the toss, deferred to the 2nd half. They've already had 1 possession of downs. Now they get their 2nd possession. In fact, they're going to send back deep Semper and Alex Hernandez. Get Semper with that 90-yard kickoff return last week. So I don't know if you're Roberts. I mean, the coaches know everything. They know, well, maybe don't kick it to Semper, maybe kick it to Hernandez. So we'll see what they do here. But, I mean, both these gentlemen have great speed, so maybe keep it away from both of them. All right, Roberts approaches the ball from his own 40, very short kick. This will be Hernandez taking it to the 25-yard line, cuts it up toward the middle. He'll get about an 8-yard return out of it, up to about the 34-yard line. So good field position here for Merritt Island. So again, we've had a seesaw affair. Again, Titusville led 3-0. Merritt Island led 7-3, and now it's 10-7 Titusville.
Well, let's see how Merritt Island responds after the great drive there by the Titusville Terriers.
I'll tell you, I love that wind.
Yeah.
It's getting a little stronger right now, probably 15, 20 miles an hour. I just love the breeze. Falls in the air, Zach
Falls
Clark.
in the air, and I can turn my air conditioning off for once.
Yeah, saving the AC bill. I'm all for that. Right. I totally understand. So 2:12 remaining. And I substitute teach, and the kid said, teacher, it's really cold, isn't it? I said, no, I think it's great.
That's right.
Native Floridians, 60, 70 degrees is cold. So
That's right.
I love it, though. I grew up in New York. Go Mets. They're winning big right now. Handoff. It's a fake. Patel throws it. It's complete to the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6, and that's Deshaun Thomas, the tight end. It's a nice quick pass there. Looked like a little slant pattern. I actually called a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Again, no huddle offense. Patel looking for guidance from the sideline. Again, Tyler Murray in his 4th year. The Bethel graduate from Tennessee. And, of course, played here at Merritt Island. All right, shotgun. Motion Semper. Handoff up the middle. I think that's Williams, and he was met rudely by the Titusville defensive line. I hate to say it, but it's the mystery player, 42, who made the play. We don't have a name on the young man. Wearing Jackie Robinson's number. So, evidently no gain in that play, 3rd down and 2.
Lorenzo McCullough.
Oh, maybe you have an updated roster that I didn't get. I thought I had the updated one. All right.
Well, Space Coast Daily research.
Okay, nice job. So McCullough on that last stop. All right, 3rd and 2. Big play here for the Mustangs, trying to regain the lead. Handoff, I think, to Williams. And he's going to be shy by about a yard to the 43.
They might have given him the first down. They are. His forward progress. What an effort there by
Look at the
Devontae
official
Williams.
there. The official's at the 43. I mean,
wow.
Okay. Wow, I thought he was like a yard short. Friendly sticks.
Man,
All right, first down.
Great job there by Williams to keep the feet moving and not giving up. And, you know, it looked like he was stopped there short of the line to gain and just kept on chugging and keep turning those feet. And play wasn't over yet and got forward and got enough for a first down. And
all right, I think both teams thought there was a timeout. They go toward their benches, and then they turn right around. Got to get back out there. Clock running 15 seconds to go. I think Michael Corneal is going to come here and maybe, well, they're going to let the clock run. Okay, what's happening out there?
I don't know.
¿Qué pasa?
We got an official's timeout. I don't know what's going on here. With 7 seconds left, Merritt Island would love nothing more than to try to run maybe another play with the wind at their back.
I'll tell you, a lot of time ran off the clock. I think they got to reset the clock. So Michael Corneal talking to his comrades on the field. They have 7 seconds, but they might back that up. You know, there's just 30 seconds left before all this started.
Yeah.
They got to put maybe 23 more seconds on the clock here. And he's signaling up, I think, to the press box.
Yeah, you're right, JC. They are going to put on more time here. I think they said 22 seconds.
Yeah, if I can read his sign language from this part.
There was just confusion on the spot, I think, initially, and then, you know, in high school football, the clock stops until the chains are reset, and then it'll start back over, and the clock just continued to run during that process.
Yeah, you know, both teams are running off the field like there was some sort of timeout, and then they came back. All right, 20 seconds remain. Now the clock starts 16 seconds ago, so this might be the final play of the third quarter. Shotgun Verpale, first down play from the 43. He fakes it, goes over the middle. It's incomplete. He overshot Robinson. Good double coverage there.
Wow.
Oh, they throw a flag?
A pink flag.
A pink flag, okay.
Yeah, that's
the breast cancer flag, right?
Breast cancer awareness. They're going to say this is pass interference. And
that was Jake Roberts back on coverage. Not sure if the flag was on him. Not sure if he's related to Dean. They might be brothers. But pass interference, I think that might be our first one of the game. And I'll tell you, we saw a fair share of those on Monday night over at O'Gallia.
Boy, did we.
Some of which were controversial.
Very.
I think that's our first one here, though.
That is the first one here tonight. 8 seconds left. If Merritt Island wants to take maybe one more shot, they could probably do it. And with the wind at their back.
Yeah, I'll have to go against the wind once the fourth quarter starts. So let's see what they can do here. First and 10 from the Terrier, 42. Shotgun Verpale gets it. And he just hands it off to Williams up the middle. And Williams sneaking through. Man, he is so fast. That'll be a gain of about 7. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. But what a game Williams is having. He certainly has to be over 100 yards.
He's having a great game here today. Also has the lone touchdown for Merritt Island Mustangs here tonight on the 1-yard touchdown run in there in that third quarter. And we got ourselves a game heading into the fourth quarter once again here on Space Coast Daily TV. And as JC, we want to make sure we thank Erdman Automotive and all their great sponsor of high school sports here.
We can't thank him enough, Mike Erdman. What a giant of a sponsor he is.
He is, and does so much within the community to be able to support high school sports. We want to make sure we thank them and all their great support for Space Coast Daily and the Friday Night Locker Room all year long. And we also want to make sure we thank Health First, All Points, Eastern Florida State College for all their great support. So we got ourselves a game, and we're going to come down and see what we got here at that Merritt Island High School. Merritt Island has just been the cardiac Mustangs here this year. They've had so many close games.
Oh, the cardiac kids, huh?
Yeah, the cardiac kids, but the cardiac Mustangs, you know.
Yeah.
They just, they've been in close games, it seems like, for every game almost, with the exception.
27-23, they won against Impact Christian Academy in their opener. DeLand was 35-28. That was a loss. 26-23 on the road to St. Cloud. That was actually overtime. And then 30-27 in a game I did here, I think either with you or with Juan Rodriguez, Ed White, 30-27. That was a great game. All right, here we go with the fourth quarter. 10-7, Merritt Island. So the Mustangs have it. Second and very short. Handoff Williams. And with forward progress, they're probably going to give him the first down as he gets pushed back. Let's see, 63 got into the stop. And maybe you have that number there, Zach. I got an old roster here.
63, so. Gage Gunter.
Oh, good alliteration. Gage Gunner. I like that name. So it'll be 3rd down and about 1. So big play here as the Mustangs are trying to regain the lead. We're just 10 seconds into the 4th quarter. 3rd and 1. Motion, Hartman. Oh, I think somebody jumped. I think it's going to be an offsides. Yep, offsides, Titusville, and boy, you got to stay disciplined.
That makes the 3rd down much easier when the defense jumps on the outside edge and you don't have to run that 3rd and short play.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen Merritt Island run that a few times here this year. They're really good at hard counts. New set of downs, and they're approaching the Erdman Automotive red zone here of Titusville.
All right, so 1st down for the Mustangs from the Terrier, 28. And Williams will get it again up the middle. And the bowling ball is still up. Man, you got to grab his legs, I guess. I mean, tackle him up high. He's going to carry you for a while. So he gets inside the 25 to the 24, so he'll gain at least 5 yards. They have to get to the 18 for the 1st. And now Hernandez is going to check in for Williams. You know, you got to give Williams a break, I think. I think he's huffing and puffing right now. Alex Hernandez is not a bad ball player either. I mean, to spell him. So Hernandez to the left of Verpail. 2nd down and 5. Motion Semper. And on the jet sweep, he gets it. Trying to get to the outside, and he's dragged down. Good pursuit by the Titusville defender. Looked like it was number 11, Elijah Jenkins. So a guy with good speed on defense beats the guy on offense. And let's see, Williams is going to come back in, but he's shaking his hand. He's going to stay out for a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of holding that left shoulder of his.
Oh, really?
On the outside, but might have gotten just a little bit of a stinger on that last run. But 3rd down and 10 here. This is pretty big here.
Yeah,
and I don't know. You might be outside field goal range here, kicking into the wind.
Right now, it'd be what, about a 47-yard attempt?
Yeah,
something like that.
Into the wind. Very hard.
Let's see if the Mustangs come up with a big play here. Hernandez beside Verpail. We got motion by Robinson. Rolling out Verpail. Looking left, looking right. Throws it to the right, and this one's going to be out of bounds as Hartman made a valiant attempt to jump up and grab it, but that was well over his head, incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10 from the Terrier 27. So this will be about a 44-yard attempt if they decide to kick the field goal, but I don't see Miller out there.
Maybe you try to get a hard count, try to get at least 5 more yards before you would try to attempt something like this. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
He tried kicking into the wind earlier, and it wasn't successful.
Well, again, Titusville has to stay disciplined. I mean, Merritt Island might try and draw him offside. You got to stay firm in that defensive line. So 4th and 10. Let's see if Verpail runs a play or whether he's just going to try and no, he gets it. He's looking. He's dodging. He's sidestepping. He's throwing toward the end zone, but it's going to be out of bounds. Even if it would have been caught, it would have been out of bounds. And that was intended for Thomas.
Just not much there, and a credit to the Titusville secondary. I mean, there was nobody downfield that was really open. And
you know, it is kind of a swirling wind. That probably would have been tough to kick a field goal, don't you think?
Very much so.
I mean, look at the way the flag is whipping around. You don't know. It's kind of blown. They're kind of going against the wind, and then it kind of swirls around. So who knows?
Yeah, it would have been very tough. I mean, you were talking about what, a 44-yard field goal? That would have been pretty challenging into the wind. And with the wind the way it's blowing, it would have been at least about a 50-plus yard field goal that you would have had to kick that. You got to kick it very low too, which would be prone to a block.
So 9:25 to go in the game, 10-7. You know, the Mustangs' goal here is to try and hold Titusville to a field goal and keep it a one-score game. 9:25 to go. Direct snap goes to the backfield, and I think that's Harvey.
Jeez.
And if that is the tank revving it up for a gain of 9. Let's double check.
That's going to be a 1st down.
You know what? I think it was Jackson, actually.
What a run.
Well, they're going to call it a 1st. So gain of 10 on that play.
Boy, yards after contact in this game, both teams have really been running really hard. And that's a credit to both teams. They both know how much this game means. This is a district game.
Oh, yeah. Triple receivers to the right. Fake handoff. And let's see, that is Stevens, the direct snap. And he gains maybe a yard.
Hard hit, and we have an injured Mustang on the field right now.
Gee, yeah. Oh, he's up. That's good. That's but that's a big player. 24, Finn Sinclair, one of the leading tacklers. He had 12 tackles in the Melbourne win. And last week, or actually not last week, but earlier this week, 9 in that loss to O'Galley. So very important player, but he's back up. Good to see. Clock running, 8:15 to go. 10-7 Titusville. Terriers with the ball at their own 41. Called is 2nd and 7. Motion far side. And the give goes to Jackson. And Jackson a nice hole. Now he's driven back.
Got a flag.
And we got a flag down. And we got a Titusville player down. Oh, he's up, though.
This is in the position of holding on the outside edge. And this is really going to put Titusville in a tough position here. They're going to be behind the sticks.
Let's see if the center, number 55, Elliot Talia, stays out there. He was hobbling a little bit. Now he's kind of isolated, going through his checks to see if he's all right. You know, again, the center, such an important position. It's hard to bring in a backup center and put that responsibility on the backup. Well, it looks like he's going to stay in there. So it'll be 2nd down. So they have to get to the 48. So 2nd down and called about 14. Double receivers to the left. And let's see, out there is Stevens alongside Harvey. So Harvey shotgun on this 2nd down play. He fakes it. He's back to pass. He'll step up. He'll throw it down the field. Oh, wide open. Oh, my goodness, a blown coverage. And it's caught by Ralph Smith. I don't see any flags. I don't think. Let's see. No, touchdown. Oh, Ralph Smith was camping out on an island. I mean,
literally.
There was nobody within 15 yards of him. So somebody blew their coverage for Merritt Island, and Titusville gets a touchdown, and now it is a 2-score game. Now, there's still 7:02 to go, but this really puts Merritt Island in a bind. They have to get 2 scores.
Just complete blown coverage there. A little miscommunication on the defensive secondary for the Merritt Island Mustangs. And just like that, going up 2 possessions here with 7:02. Still not over, but it has gotten very, very tense here in the stadium as Merritt Island's going to have to move pretty quick on their next possession.
I'll tell you, Ralph Smith's going to see that touchdown in his dreams. He'll never be more wide open than that.
No.
All right, so extra point by Dean Roberts. Again, he's been pretty close to perfect in that category. Kick is up. Kick is good, so he's 2 for 2 tonight. He is 16 for 18 on the year. And Titusville, with their biggest lead of the game, they lead at 17-7 with 7:02 to go. So I don't know if the responsibility of Smith was on the free safety or one of the linebackers, but he was just wide open. I think Harvey was like shocked when he threw the ball. Look how wide open Ralph is. I got to give him the ball. I mean, so
couldn't be much open. There wasn't anybody within 20, 25 yards of him.
You know, when Titusville has their banquet at the end of the year, that's going to be a good play to run.
That's right.
Look at Ralph Smith,
yeah,
off on an island. I mean, Ralph's definitely going to like it, and certainly his parents will too. All right, so 7:02 to go. You know, again, Merritt Island comes in at 5-2, and Titusville at 3-4. Again, Titusville snapped a 2-game losing streak earlier this week, beat Satellite 37-7, so they're looking for another win. And you know, Merritt Island not a team that loses 2 in a row very often, but they have to get something going here. Again, they come off that 27-20 loss to O'Galley.
Deep passes down the field are going to be very difficult with throwing into this wind as intense as it is. So quick passes to your playmakers are probably going to be what you're going to have to do. We haven't called Dontarius Robinson's name a whole lot here in the second half. And maybe look for Merritt Island and maybe try to get him involved and get him in a little bit in a groove. Also, Tobias Semper, too. He's also very quick and can change a game very quickly.
All right, ball scooped up at the 8-yard line. Pretty good return. Pretty good return to the 36-yard line. About a 23-yard return. That was number 13, Kamar Fielder, who caught about a 40-yard touchdown pass on that Monday night loss from, I think it was from Verpail. It might have been from Hartman. So he's a guy that's been kind of forgotten, but he's a good ball player. So Merritt Island with the ball here.
It's just important for Merritt Island here. You don't need to rush really quick. This isn't desperation time, but you got to move with efficiency and with quickness. You know, it's very important that you get points up here on the board if you have any chance to be able to climb back into this game, make this a one-possession game. And you do have all your timeouts still available.
Again, so, both great job by both teams saving their timeouts. You got to do that. All right, back to Verpail. Little screen, ball caught, short gain as it goes to Thomas. He's pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line by Jabari Green. So a nice little gain there.
Next whistle will be a pause for a water break at the 6-minute mark.
Okay.
I think it's 2nd down and long here. You're definitely in 4-down territory.
So I'll tell you, that looked like a longer gain than what I thought, but it's only a gain of 1, so 2nd and 9. So double receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Williams alongside Verpail, and now Semper motion near side. Fake handoff, Verpail, screen, Semper trying to do a few jukes, but he is met by the white swarm. Good effort though, gained a couple of extra yards due to just simple effort. So he'll gain about 3 up to the 41. Good gang tackling tonight by Titusville. You know, some plays they have like 3 or 4 guys around the ball. So this could be the ball game. I don't want to sound melodramatic, but 3rd down, so 41. So 3rd down and about 6. They have to get to the 47. But it's probably 4-down territory, so they have 2 downs to do it. Shotgun Verpail, Semper motion. Handoff Williams up the middle. And Williams trying to get to the outside. And I'll tell you, great effort by Williams, just pumping those legs. And finally gets taken down by DJ Cooper. Well, no punting here. You got to go for it. 4th down and 3. I mean, if Merritt Island doesn't convert this, the game is probably over. At least they'd have to start using their timeouts. Again, down by 10. Verpail, shotgun, right behind him, Williams. He'll go in a little bit of motion. Verpail looking left. He's still looking. He's still running around. He throws, and it's caught right at midfield to the 48-yard line. So Verpail buying time, and that'll be a gain of about 12 into Terrier territory, the 48, and Merritt Island really needed that play to keep their drive going and keep their hopes of winning. So they quickly line up. 4:37 to go. Shotgun. Verpail. Handoff. Williams up the middle. Nice gain up over the 45 to about the 43.
Yeah, they're going to have to move pretty quickly, and we're approaching the 4:20 mark now. You got to start moving with a little bit more tempo at this time. 5 wide receiver set. We got a couple Terriers that are still running off the field. Verpail in the shotgun. Claps, gets the snap, drops back to pass, looking, rolls out to his right, looking for his man, and has his man, Deshaun Thomas. Caught inbounds and gets out of bounds. And this is probably where you're going to have an official's timeout here for a water break, because we still haven't had a water break at the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, what happened to that water break? I thought they were going to have it, but 4 minutes ago, well, they're going to bypass it here.
I guess.
So Merritt Island, a couple of critical plays to keep this drive alive, and they get another 1st down. So 1st down from the 34 of the Terriers, and again, they have all 3 of their timeouts. They'd like to score here in the next minute or so, and then go back on defense and probably start using their timeouts. All right, Verpail shotgun. Fake handoff to Williams. Verpail has plenty of time. We got a flag down near side. Throws down the field. That's going to be a touchdown, but we're going to have to check the flag. And it looks like it's going to count. I guess it was against Titusville. So Semper on about a 35-yard touchdown hookup.
Oh, it's holding on Merritt Island.
Why did the referee signal touchdown and get everybody's hopes up? Now it's on Merritt Island. He put up the hands for touchdown. Jeez. Come on, Mr. Cornell. All right, well, it is no touchdown. Call it back.
Wow. That is a huge call. Takes a touchdown off the board, pushes you back 10 yards, and now you get to do the down all over again.
Not to be critical of the referee. These guys do a good job, and they want to do a good job, but everybody knew it was a touchdown except for the flag. You don't have to put your hands up. I mean,
all right.
Anyway. I don't want to rag on the officials. It's a tough sport to officiate. 3:50 to go. So Merritt Island, they'll have to try and dial up something here. First down from the Titusville 44. Fake handoff for Patel. Throws over the middle. Caught by Semper. Up to the 30-yard line, and that'll be a gain of about 15. Mustangs quickly want to line up. They don't want to use their timeouts left. Again, they got 3 of those. 3:35 to go. Down by 10.
Still a lot of time in this game. Still have all your timeouts. Clock stops after every first down until they're ready to play, until the chains move.
All right, shotgun for Patel. Williams beside him. Patel has time, steps up. He's thinking about running, and he'll go into the slide.
Got to throw it away.
And he'll gain about 4. Yeah, that uses a lot of precious time.
Loses precious time, and now this becomes a very crucial time right now, and you're going to have to call a timeout.
So timeout Merritt Island. They have 2 remaining, 3:05 to go. And again, they need 2 scores. Now the problem is, if you get close enough, but it's 4th down, do you try and kick the field goal into the wind? Because, I mean, you need 2 scores. And on a normal night with no wind, you'd say, well, we kick the field goal and then do the onside kick. But with a swirling wind, I mean, you want to try and get a touchdown here.
Well, if I'm Titusville, I got to know that, I got to be disciplined on the defensive line and know that Merritt Island probably wants to try to get a cheap 5 yards here on a hard count. So definitely we got to be aware of that. And you'd love to force Merritt Island into a 4th down situation where they have to make a decision of whether to kick a long field goal or go for it. So I'm packing the box right here. And,
packing the box, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. This is for the game right here. And obviously want to keep everything in front of you for the most part. But, Verpale's been running for his life out there for quite a bit. I tried to dial up some pressure.
By the way, according to Max Preps, Titusville has never beaten Merritt Island. They've lost 17 straight times. So this would be a historic win for the Terriers if they can hold on. Shotgun for Patel, 3rd and 5. Back to pass. And there's a sack.
Fumble.
There's a fumble, I think. I think that's the first sack of the ball game. It was by number 40, Tremont Fallen, who we haven't called his name yet tonight, but he gets the sack. So the clock continues to run. Again, 2 timeouts, 2:45 to go.
So much easier when you can get a pass rush and a good rush with only 4 men on the line, and that's exactly what Titusville did. Now you put Merritt Island in a very tough situation here with 4th down and 9. I don't know if you could try to attempt a field goal. It's going to have to be very low. It could be subject to a block, but do you guess if you're Coach Murray, what do you feel more confident with? Do you have a good 4th down and 9 play that you would be able to run here? If you do, go ahead and run it. If you feel more confident about kicking a field goal and making this a 1-possession game, then you're still in it if you can nail that field goal. But as you can see, that wind is just blowing very, very hard.
Are you a golf fan? Do you play golf?
A little bit.
Okay, well, I don't. But, golf's an interesting game. So it's like when you're at the British Open at Carnoustie in Scotland and that wind is blowing, you got to figure out, how do I hit this shot?
Right.
So it's the same kind of thing here with the field goal kicker. I mean, how do I kick this and judge the wind in the right way where the ball's going to go in the right direction? Well, we're not going to find out here. They're going to go for it. So 4th down and 8, and this is essentially the ball game for the Mustangs. Back to pass. Verpale will run. Can he get there?
Oh,
he will. Nice cut up the middle to the 20-yard line. He gains about 15, and he keeps the Mustang hopes alive.
Great job at knowing where the sticks were, knowing where he had to get and make a move. Had to make a man miss, and he did it.
That quick move up the middle, that was something. All right, Verpale, more work to do. Looking toward the end zone. It's caught. Oh, we got a flag down.
That's pass interference.
Maybe
on the
it's
defense.
defensive pass interference, and they'll decline it, but we'll see. Offensive pass interference does exist from time to time, and I didn't quite get a good look at what happened.
Wow, Dontarius Robinson Jr. is not happy with the call.
Oh.
And this is probably going to be pass interference on the
on
the defense. Okay.
All right, decline the penalty, touchdown.
He was a little worried there.
Why is Dontarius getting so upset? He caught the ball, touchdown. He knew he didn't do anything wrong. And he runs off the field. Looks like a happy-go-lucky kind of kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah, no interference. Good. Good call. So 2:17 to go, and it's 17-13. Wait a minute, they're changing the score. So it's going to be 17-13 with the pending extra point. And again, Miller, like Roberts, is pretty much automatic. Even with the swirling wind, he should be able to boot this through. For Patel, the holder, kick is up, and the kick is good. So 17-14, Merritt Island creeping back into it. 2:17 to go, and I'm thinking, let's see. You know what? They had to use 2 timeouts. They only have 1 remaining. Maybe you have to go to the onside kicker. If you had all 3 timeouts, maybe you could.
I think you would definitely try it. You know, you have a great kicker, Liam Miller, who's pulled off some great kicks. You know, we saw an onside kick that was recovered earlier this week in the O'Galley Merritt Island game. He just has a great way to kind of get those little pooch kicks right in the soft spot of the kick return team.
Hey, there's Buddy Bill.
And there's Buster Beal.
Or Buddy Bill. Buster Beal. Well, I got the alliteration right anyway.
That's right.
You know,
I think definitely here, this is a position where maybe you try to do like a little a pooch kick, maybe right into the, you can see where the soft spot of Titusville's onside kick is. And actually we have a penalty that is actually going to move Merritt Island.
Oh, wow.
What is this? They never announced this.
Well, again, we figured that was defensive pass interference and they're going to wave it off, but maybe it was something else. Well, I'll tell you, this really this really helps Merritt Island.
Yeah, you definitely kick an onside kick here.
And now we got a timeout Titusville signaled by Coach Holmes. So the drama builds, 2:17 to go, and it's been a very good ball game. I mean, a little sloppy with the penalties, but, you know, they're high schoolers, 17-14 Titusville. So I went on Max Preps to look at the all-time season series, and it said 17-0 in favor of Merritt Island. The last time they played was 2021, and Merritt Island won convincingly 42-7. So this is their first meeting in 3 years.
Huh. Wow.
Why would a pass interference be assessed in a kickoff? They wouldn't do that in the NFL, would they?
There's a conversation with the referees about what is going on.
A personal foul penalty, you'd probably assess in the kickoff, but a pass interference, you just decline it.
Well, head coach John Holmes is not here, so he must have gotten. He's not here for this game, and which he did get thrown out at the game before. Well, the last game that Titusville played against O'Galley. And if you remember back, that was a very controversial call on a fumble recovery by O'Galley inside the 5-yard line. As Titusville was getting ready to score, Titusville head coach John Holmes had got 2 unsportsmanlike penalties and was actually ejected, which could be subject to missing the game. So I don't know. John Holmes isn't over on there on that sideline here tonight.
By the way, one of my charts blew into the stands, and the Merritt Island crowd is very friendly. They got it for me and gave it to me as the gusty wind continues to pick up. So thank you to the Mustang fans.
This is definitely an easy decision here for Merritt Island. You got to try an onside kick of some kind.
So I assume Titusville's got the good hands people 10 yards away. And let's see how Miller, this is the kind of thing you got to go over in practice. How do you do this? The hop, skip, and the jump, or what? Okay.
Now the ball blew off the tee.
Oh, gee. I hate when that happens. Well, at least Lucy isn't there to pull it away from Charlie Brown.
That's right.
That's classic Peanuts. Still appearing in your paper, even though Charles Schultz is long gone. Anyway. All right, Miller getting back to his spot. Let's see what he does here. He'll pooch it, and it's up in the air, and it goes out of bounds.
Oh.
Well, I guess if you're going to do that, you want to try and keep it away from the sideline. So Titusville will take over, and certainly 1 first down should clinch the game for the Terriers. But again, the Mustangs had to use 2 pretty quick timeouts in that last drive. Now they only have 1 timeout remaining. So, maybe they could survive without giving up a first down, but even then they're not going to have much time left if they do get the ball back.
Well, you're looking at 40 seconds. It's 1:20. So you're looking at you got 57 seconds left.
Yeah.
If you can stop them, that doesn't include how long it takes to run each play. So you're looking at possibly, if you could get a stop here, you could be looking at about maybe 45 seconds left on the clock if you can stop them here in 3 straight downs.
All right, so Titusville just looking to run out the clock. And up the middle, that's going to be a first down and maybe more. What a great run. He's still on his feet to the 38-yard line. Well, that's going to be a gain of about 27, and that might very well clinch the game. I don't think that was Harvey. That was somebody else. And we got a Merritt Island player down. We certainly don't want to see that. So both teams are going to go to their respective benches, and they're going to check on the injured Mustang.
Well, that pretty much does it right there, because the Merritt Island just used their final timeout right now. And you get a new set of downs, 40 seconds for each play, and a minute 20, 2 minutes. So
yeah, 25-second clock. But
as long as Titusville knows the situation and time management, you could just basically kneel on this ball.
Well, of course, Coach Holmes, you would think right now, is going over that with his players, saying,
"Well, you don't have
nothing fancier."
I don't think you have Coach Holmes here tonight, so you got a different coach over there.
Oh, really?
I believe because
something happened.
The coaches have been reporting to another Titusville coach that is not John Holmes.
Oh, really? Oh, you got better eyes than me. I'm not quite even sure what he looks like. So
I got the luxury of a camera viewfinder.
Oh, you're looking
too,
at the camera. Oh, come on. It's so unfair. Jeez. All right, well, we hope Coach Holmes is okay. Yep. Want to thank Coach Burley, the Titusville athletic director, for getting me a roster, and very good to talk to.
We also want to make sure that we give a special thanks to Gavin Keith, who did a great job at production here today.
He is the All-American kid. His name is Gavin Keith, probably the greatest 21-year-old in America. We were so happy whenever he joins us. Our evening goes a lot smoother. So, Gavin, thank you very much, and please join us again. This is not good. This is Jarvis Howell, the defensive end, being helped off the field. And, boy, that could be an injury that could linger for a few weeks. Could be an ankle. We're not sure, but very important player on the defensive end. In fact, coming in, 11 sacks for the year for Merritt Island as a team, and Howell actually has 8 of the 11.
Wow.
So he's the guy that is in the forefront of rushing the passer. So we hope that's not as serious as it now looks. So Howell has to be replaced on the defensive side of the line. So hopefully Jarvis will be okay. Very good ball player. All right, so the Terriers, they have to take care of the ball, try and use the clock. So Merritt Island is out of timeouts. So for the Terriers, a first down from the Merritt Island 39. And handoff goes up the middle. Just hold on to the ball if you're the Terriers, and hold on to it with 2 hands. And the handoff goes to Jackson.
Still kind of surprised that they're handing this ball off. They have had some exchange issues on the snap between the quarterback and the center here tonight. You're relatively in a position where you could just basically kneel on this and take up all the time that you need. There is no play clock in high school football, so they have to look towards.
I thought it was a 25-second clock. Don't they have that, or you have delays, don't you? I mean, delay of game. I mean,
right here you'll see the field judge actually over here will wave his hand up in the air, and that's to signify that there's 5 seconds left in the play clock. So
handoff up the middle, and it's a long run to the 5-yard line, and that will certainly clinch the game for Titusville. About a 34-yard run, and that is Kamari Jackson, who was very active early in the game. A lot of carries. They went away from him, but they gave him the ball there, and he bakes it through the 4-yard line, and this will be frosting on the cake. I mean, Titusville will probably want to try and push this in. We are under a minute to go, and barring something really strange, they're going to beat Merritt Island, evidently for the first time in their history. So the Terriers will line up. So I would call this a slight upset. I think Titusville is a lot better team than that 3-4 record, because I think we've pointed out with both teams there have been some close wins and close losses. Again, that O'Galley 7-3 loss was, not a highlight for Titusville, but in a way it was a great effort.
And a kneel there by Titusville. Titusville is going to move to first place in Class 3A District 8. They're going to move to 2-1 in District, 4-4 overall. Merritt Island is going to be dropped down to second place in District 8 at 1-2 and 5-3 overall.
Boy, could Merritt Island miss the playoffs? They got to get it together all of a sudden. Jeez.
Well, they're going to have to hope that Titusville drops next couple games.
I mean, Titusville now holds the tiebreaker over Merritt Island if there's a tie between them. And again, coming off the loss to a galley, so tough time in Mustang land. Still having a pretty good year, but they dropped to 5-3. And again, Titusville improves to 4-4 as both teams shake hands.
Well, thank you very much, JC. Great job. And thank
you
to Gavin Keith once again. And thank you to all our sponsors, Erdman Automotive, Health First, Eastern Florida State College. Explore quality and affordable education at Eastern Florida State College. Maximize your potential through an associate's or bachelor's degree, vocational certificate, or training program. With 4 campuses, there's a location close to you, plus online courses, so you can work your school around your schedule. And because Eastern Florida State College is a state college, once you complete your associate's degree, you can continue at Eastern Florida State College or transfer to a state or private university. The Eastern Florida State College Admissions Advising and Financial Aid Team can help you chart a course to success. So get in touch. Go to easternflorida.edu. They're a great sponsor.
I just want to tell you, I mean, I don't really get to see them anymore, but Jeff Carr and Mike Parsons are 2 quality people at Eastern Florida State, and I hope they're doing well. And again, thanks to Eastern Florida State, Mike Erdman Toyota, and Health First, and all our sponsors.
Thank you very much, everybody. The Titusville Terriers are victorious, improved to 4-4 on the season, and moved to the top of the district in Class 3A, District 8. So thank you, JC, and the Merritt Island Mustangs dropped to 5-3, 1-2.
Okay, well, have a wonderful windy weekend as the weather, the temperatures dropped about 10 or 15 degrees. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you next week from a certain site. So good night.
Let's do that.